ẹ̀kásán ẹ̀kálẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀kárọ̀ káàkiri gbogbo àgbáńlá yìí. Orúkọ mi ni Sunday Adéyẹmọ tí gbogbo mọ̀ sí Sunday Igboho. Mo fi àsìkò yìí mo fi kí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kú aláfẹ́ra kù tí mọ̀mọ́ wa Janet Fashakin. Ọlọ́run á foríjì wọn, á pàṣẹṣe wọn rẹ́. Mo fẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn Yorùbá ká mọ̀ kíníkà yìí pé tí àsìkò ikú ẹ̀dá bá tó òun lẹ̀dá máa ń kú. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí ọdún jìnnà síra wọn. Ìyá wa Janet Fashakin ìyá dáadáa ni ó dẹ̀ ṣe gbogbo méjì ìyá mẹ́fà lórí ọ̀rọ̀ Yorùbá ní sẹ̀fà pàjù lọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi mi ò mọ tẹlòmíì. Ọmọ wa fi àsìkò yìí mo fi ń bẹ Ọlọ́run fún Ọlọ́run bá tọ́ láyé tọ́ lọ́run kó pa àṣìṣe wọn rẹ́ kó dẹ̀ darí gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wọn jì wọ́n kí ọmọ fi ìyà jẹ àwọn ọmọ wọn tí ń bẹ láyé kó bá dáàbò bo gbogbo àwọn ọmọ wọn kó dẹ̀ gbé àwọn ọmọ wọn sí ipò gíga lórílẹ̀‐èdè Yorùbá. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Orúkọ mi ni Sunday Igboho. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́. Thank you.
Yoruba nation, now, hey, Igboho-sha, mo ń gbẹ́rí o, mo ń gbẹ́rí tó sáyé. Ẹ ṣe, àbá sọ̀rọ̀ níta. Pátápátá, ẹ wo, ẹ máa bọ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà wá tọ́jú yín o. Ẹ máa bọ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà wá máa tọ́jú yín o. Ẹ máa bọ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà. Àbẹ́jọ́ wa, ẹ bá mi tó fún ọjọ́ mi fún ọ̀sẹ̀.
fọjọ́ ìbí ọmọ aládìkún olóyè ìsọ̀lẹ̀ ìjàsọ́lá àdìsá ọmọ adéyẹmọ aka Ìgbòho ṣá nípa bí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́lọ́dún àpapọ̀ Yorùbá lágbàáyé lábẹ́ ààrẹ wa ọmọọba Adébáyọ̀ Fáládé igbákejì ààrẹ Mákindé Àtúndì kẹ́ńtò tí ń ṣe ìrọ́kẹ̀kẹ̀ ìgbáradì níbàámu pẹ̀lú ìfẹ́ àti ẹ̀mí ìkórè hàn gbàgbékalẹ̀ àyẹ́sí ọjọ́ ìbí Ìgbòho fún tọdún yìí pẹ̀lú àkọlé dinner with Ìgbòho. Bákan náà làwọn ọmọ gba ọba Ògbóni àgbáyé lálejò Tajudeen Ọlárẹ̀wájú Àjàlá àti bàbá Adésọjí Tàlàbí àwòrò ṣàṣà eégún mọ̀gájí nílùú London láti wá ṣe àyẹ́sí fún olóyè Ìgbòho lọ́jọ́ náà tí ó wáyé nínú gbọ̀ngàn ńlá ní London Kensington 179-199 Holland Park Avenue London W114UL United Kingdom bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago méje ìrọ̀lẹ́ ẹlẹ́lẹ́dàgọ́ méjìlá òru. Bákan náà láti kí wa kú ìmúrasílẹ̀ ìwọ́de làmìlaka tẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ ènìyàn tí ó wáyé nílùú ọba 1 million rally in London lọ́jọ́ kejìlá oṣù kẹwàá ó di ọjọ́ kejìdínlá pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho léyìí tọ́láyọmí Kóìkì àti bàbá wa Gbẹ̀du ọmọ ṣàkóso ẹ̀ ọ̀jọ̀kan àwọn àlàkalẹ̀ ìrọ̀rùn. Bàbá ṣe máa fi ọkọ̀ àjàgbé ńlá ní London round bus sí àwọn àgbààgbà àti àwọn abarapá gbogbo láti BBC in Oxford títí tí ìwọ́jọ́ fi parí sí Paris Trafalgar Square tó bá wá di ọjọ́ kẹtàlá ọjọ́ kẹtàdínlá pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho láwọn ṣàbẹ̀wò lọ sí ìlú Manchester gan. Ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí i tàbí láti dá sí ètò ìfọlọ́dúnrún ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tàbí kẹfà Ọláyọmí Kóìkì lórí +447-594-050-979 Kẹ́hìndé Ìjàdùbí lórí +447-320-030 Ṣọlá Kòkòdọ̀kú lórí +353-863-375-537. Bákan náà ní ilé kan sí Tóyìn Ọláoyè lórí +447-896-018-764 lápapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá àgbáyé pátápátá YSDN pẹ̀lú Yorùbá World Media Home and Diaspora àti gbogbo ìkànnì mìíràn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ sókè fún ìjàǹgbara ọmọ Yorùbá. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́lọ́dún àpapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá fẹ́ kí ọmọ aládìkọ́ wípé ẹkú ọdún ẹkú ìyèdún àti ìsàmọ́dún àsàmọ́dúnṣẹ́ ní ìtayà tọmọ. Yorùbá World Media tó ń kéde lórúkọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá. Lánàá ọ̀dọ́jọ́ kọkànlá oṣù kẹwàá ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ gbọ́ ọjọ́ tó ń sọjọ́ ìbí ọmọ aládìkún olóyè Sunday Ìjàsọ́lá Àdìsá Ọmọdéyẹmọ aka Ìgbòho Òòṣà nípa bí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́lọ́dún àpapọ̀ Yorùbá lágbàáyé lábẹ́ ààrẹ wa ọmọọba Adébáyọ̀ Fáládé ti gbákejì ààrẹ Mákindé Àtúndì kẹ́ńtò tí ń ṣe ìrọ́kẹ̀kẹ̀ ìgbáradì níbàámu pẹ̀lú ìfẹ́ àti ẹ̀mí ìkórè hàn gbàgbékalẹ̀ àyẹ́sí ọjọ́ ìbí Ìgbòho fún tọdún yìí pẹ̀lú àkọlé dinner with Ìgbòho. Bákan náà làwọn ọmọ gba ọba Ògbóni àgbáyé lálejò Tajudeen Ọlárẹ̀wájú Àjàlá àti bàbá Adésọjí Tàlàbí àwòrò ṣàṣà eégún mọ̀gájí nílùú London láti wá ṣe àyẹ́sí fún olóyè Ìgbòho lọ́jọ́ náà tí ó wáyé nínú gbọ̀ngàn ńlá ní London Kensington 179-199 Holland Park Avenue London W114UL United Kingdom bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago méje ìrọ̀lẹ́ ẹlẹ́lẹ́dàgọ́ méjìlá òru. Bákan náà láti kí wa kú ìmúrasílẹ̀ ìwọ́de làmìlaka tẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ ènìyàn tí ó wáyé nílùú ọba 1 million rally in London lọ́jọ́ kejìlá oṣù kẹwàá ó di ọjọ́ kejìdínlá pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho léyìí tọ́láyọmí Kóìkì àti bàbá wa Gbẹ̀du ọmọ ṣàkóso ẹ̀ lọ́ọ̀kan ọ̀jọ̀kan àwọn àlàkalẹ̀ ìrọ̀rùn. Bàbá ṣe máa fi ọkọ̀ àjàgbé ńlá ní London round bus sí àwọn àgbààgbà àti àwọn abarapá gbogbo láti BBC in Oxford títí tí ìwọ́jọ́ fi parí sí Paris Trafalgar Square tó bá wá di ọjọ́ kẹtàlá ọjọ́ kẹtàdínlá pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho láwọn ṣàbẹ̀wò lọ sí ìlú Manchester gan. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí i tàbí láti dá sí ètò ìfọlọ́dúnrún ẹlẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ tàbí kẹwàá Ọláyọmí Kóìkì lórí +447-594-050-979 Kẹ́hìndé Ìjàdùbí lórí +447-320-030 Ṣọlá Kòkòdọ̀kú lórí +353-863-375-537. Bákan náà ní ilé kan sí Tóyìn Ọláoyè lórí +447-896-018-764 lápapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá àgbáyé pátápátá YSDN pẹ̀lú Yorùbá World Media Home and Diaspora àti gbogbo ìkànnì mìíràn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ sókè fún ìjàǹgbara ọmọ Yorùbá. Àwọn ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́lọ́dún àpapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá fẹ́ kí ọmọ aládìkọ́ wípé ẹkú ọdún ẹkú ìyèdún àti ìsàmọ́dún àsàmọ́dúnṣẹ́ ní ìtayà tọmọ. Yorùbá World Media tó ń kéde lórúkọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá.
Gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ ọ̀dọ́ tá a jọ ń káàkiri ọ̀dọ́jọ́ ni wá. Ẹ má jẹ́ kí á fi àyè gba Fúlàní lórí ilẹ̀ àwọn bàbá wa. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká bú ọba mọ́, ẹ má jẹ́ ká bú jòyè mọ́. Nígbà tá a la fẹ́ jà fún àwọn wa, táwọn kọ́kọ́ ń bú ọba, tá à ń bú jòyè. Èmi náà ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ rí. Mo fẹ́ pẹ́rẹ́ àmì padà. ẹ má jẹ́ ká bú àgbààgbà kankan mọ́, ẹ má polóṣèlú kankan. Ẹ̀kálukú bẹ̀rù wọn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀, ọba ò lè sọ, ìjòyè lè sọ. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ronú, ẹ má jẹ́ ká bá àwọn bàbá wa jà mọ́, ẹ má jẹ́ bú wọn mọ́, ẹ má jẹ́ ṣe wọ́n láwọn ará pẹ̀lú wọn. Àwọn àtọ́bájọ́ olóṣèlú tá a bá fẹ́ kọ́ wọn rẹ̀ wá lọ́wọ́, á gbé wọn mọ́ra ni, à lè bú wọn mọ́. Ẹ má jẹ́ àṣejẹ̀gbọ́n, ẹ má jẹ́ àdàlúrú. A lè gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa láì ṣèjẹ̀gbọ́n, a lè gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa láì yìnbọn, a lè gba ẹ̀tọ́ wa láì dàlúrú. Gbogbo protest mo ṣe ní ìlú Nàìjíríà, mi ò rí ibi tí mo ti ẹnìkan lè sọ pé mo pààyàn tàbí mo jó nǹkan náà tàbí mo bà nǹkan jẹ́. Mo lọ bísù torí pé olówó lèmi náà tí ò bá sólówó lára ń dì mọ́. Gbogbo nǹkan tó lọ́n fún yẹn lọ́lọ́run fún mi. Bí iṣẹ́ tálákà tó dé pé mo dìde fún ìjà Yorùbá. Big man ni mí, àwọn tó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó súnmọ́ mi tó ní owó ní kí ni mo wá lọ bẹ̀. Bí sọ́wọ́ ni mò ń fẹ́ ni kí n sọ ayé tí mo fẹ́, mo ní ìsọ̀rọ̀ owó. Àní ọ̀rọ̀ ìran mi ni mò ń sọ. Kí n wọ gbowó, kí n gbéra, kí n gbé mọ̀ ń lọ ọ̀dọ̀ ọba àgbowó, mọ̀ ń lọ ọ̀dọ̀ oníbodè òfin gbowó, kí n kójó wọlé kọ́kàn mi balẹ̀, kí n dá owó kí n mọ̀ rìn bọ̀, kí Fúlàní mọ̀ dàbí dúró títì, kí n délé kí bàbá sọ pé kí n gbé tírélà sùn kí n mọ̀ gbé lọ. Àwọn bàbá wo lè lóko mọ́, wọn ò lè lódò. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ ká ti àwọn bàbá wa lẹ́yìn, ká dá security ti wá lẹ̀, ká sọ fún wọn kí wọ́n bá wa fọwọ́ tì í, ká lé wọn kó nu oko wa. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́, Jésù Olúwa wa.
Ọ̀sánjá ọ̀run dọ̀pá èyí ká ilé ìrídòfo àtàpàkò sí lọ́wọ́ ọwọ́ nílágbà ẹni rẹ lọ. dídùn ní ìrántí olódodo ní ìrántí màmá wa akọni obìnrin aládùúró ti gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire ìyá wa Lady Evangelist Dr. Janet Olúṣọlá Fásakin Esquire ọmọ ọlọ́run tòótọ́ akọni ìránṣẹ́ ọlọ́run nínú ìjọ apostoli ti Kristi ní ẹkùn ńlá ti Látúndé region ní ìlú Amẹ́ríkà tí wọ́n papòdà lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ sinmi láyà olùgbàlà afẹ́ yín lóòótọ́ ṣùgbọ́n ọlọ́run fẹ́ yín jù wá lọ. báyìí ni ètò ìsìnkú màmá wa yóò ṣe wáyé tó bá di ọjọ́ ẹtì Friday October 11 2024 service of songs ní dédé agogo 5 ìrọ̀lẹ́ 5 p.m. EST tó bá dọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta èyí Saturday October 12 2024 funeral service interment and reception for the guests ní dédé agogo 11 òwúrọ̀ EST over the Sunday October 13 2024 church Thanksgiving service ní dédé agogo 12 ọ̀sán EST fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé àti ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹ kàn sí àwọn ènìyàn yìí Pastor Ọlálùwọ̀yè 9295759012 Pastor Ọládùnní 6467162559 Evangelist Ige 8452938937 Barrister Ọ̀pẹ́yẹmí Fáṣakin 9176626797 Lady Evangelist Fájìmí 2159173942 Lady Evangelist Ọlájídé 4435203003 Lady Evangelist Abosanya 2404623462 àkíyèsí pàtàkì gbogbo ayẹyẹ ìlú máa wáyé ní New York City, Amẹ́ríkà. Àwọn tó ṣàgbàtẹ̀rù ayẹyẹ ìsìnkú màmá wa Lady Evangelist Dr. Janet Olúṣọlá Fásakì ọmọ Ọlọ́run tòótọ́ akọni ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run nínú ìjọ Apostoli ti Kristi ní ẹkùn láti Látúndé region ní ìlú Amẹ́ríkà. Àṣọláyọ̀ Olùgbàlà Ìjẹ̀ṣà òṣèré onílẹ̀ òbí ọmọ alẹ́lẹ̀ àtẹ̀ká ọmọ ẹlẹ́ni ẹ̀wẹ̀lẹ̀ Jésù ò gbọ́dọ̀ fọwọ́ bọmọ ògùn títí dìgbà tí ìpínyà kò tún ní sí mọ́.
I was shocked and sad when I heard the news. Oh no, I can't believe you are gone. Oh, I was shocked and sad when I heard.
Gone but not forgotten in loving memory of our great mother, Lady Evangelist Dr. Janet Olúṣọlá Fásakì, Esquire, who cannot be forgotten in Christ Apostolic Church, Látúndé region, America, for a great and immense contribution as well for Yoruba people globally. Truly, we love you, but God loves you more. These are the funeral arrangements. Friday, October 11, 2024, service of song, 5 p.m. EST. Saturday, October 12, 2024, funeral service, interment and reception for the guests, 11 a.m. EST. Sunday, October 13, 2024, church Thanksgiving service at 12 p.m. EST. For more inquiries, contact Pastor Ọlálùwọ̀yè 9295759012, Pastor Ọládùnní 6467162559, Evangelist Ige 8452938937, Barrister Ọ̀pẹ́yẹmí Fáṣakin 9176626797, Lady Evangelist Fájìmí 2159173942, Lady Evangelist Ọlájídé 4435203003, Lady Evangelist Abosanya 2404623462. Notice these all events are in New York, America. Welcome, Lady Evangelist Dr. Janet Olúṣọlá Fásakì, Esquire, till we meet again. Announcer the committee on funeral arrangement.
Lánàá olùlọ́jọ́ kọkànlá oṣù kẹwàá sẹ́fẹ̀ gbọ́. Ọjọ́ tó ń fọjọ́ ìpè ọmọ aládìkún olóyè Sunday Àjàsọ́lá Àdìsá ọmọ Adéyẹmọ aka Ìgbòho Òòṣà nípa bí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́lọ́dún àpapọ̀ Yorùbá lágbàáyé lábẹ́ ààrẹ wa ọmọọba Adébáyọ̀ Fáládé ti gbákejì ààrẹ Mákindé Àtúndí kẹ́ńtò kì í ṣe ìrọ́kẹ̀kẹ̀ ìgbáradì ìbámu pẹ̀lú ìfẹ́ àti ẹ̀mí ìforihàn. Wọ́n gbé kalẹ̀ àyẹ́sí ọjọ́ ìbí Ìgbòho fún tọdún yìí pẹ̀lú àkọlé Dinner with Ìgbòho. Bákan náà làwọn ọmọ gba ọba Ògbóni àgbáyé lálejò Tajudeen Ọlárẹ̀wájú Àjàlá àti bàbá Adésọjí Tàlàbí àwòrò ṣàṣà eégún mọ̀gájí nílùú London láti wá ṣe àyẹ́sí fún olóyè Ìgbòho lọ́jọ́ náà yóò wáyé nínú gbọ̀ngàn ńlá ní London Kensington 179 to 199
Holland Park Avenue, London, W11 4UL, United Kingdom. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ látago méje ìrọ̀lẹ́, ẹlẹ́lẹ́dago méjìlá òru. Bákan náà la ti ń kí wa kú ìmúrasílẹ̀. Ìwọ́de làmìlaka tẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ ènìyàn tí ó wáyé nílùú ọba 1 million rally in London. Lọ́jọ́ kejìlá oṣù kẹwàá, ó jẹ́ ọjọ́ kejìdínlá pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho. Léyìí tọ́láyọmí Kóìkì àti bàbá wa Gbẹ̀du ọmọ ṣàkóso ẹ̀ lọ́kàn ọ̀jọ̀kan àwọn àlàkalẹ̀ ìrọ̀rùn. Bàbá àṣẹ máa fi ọkọ̀ àjàgbé ńlá ní London round bus sí àwọn àgbààgbà àti àwọn abarapá gbogbo láti BBC in Oxford títí tí ìwọ́jọ́ fi parí sí Paris Trafalgar Square tó bá wá di ọjọ́ kẹtàlá ọjọ́ kẹtàdínlá pẹ̀lú Ìgbòho. Láwọn máa ṣàbẹ̀wò lọ sí ìlú Manchester gan. Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé síwájú sí i àbí láti dá sí ètò ìfọlọ́ntìrì ẹ lè pè tàbí kẹ́ WhatsApp Ọláyọmí Kóìkì lórí +447 594 050 979. Kéde Ìjàdùbí lórí +447 570 320 030. Ṣọlá Kòkòdọ̀kú lórí +353 863 375 537. Bákan náà ní ẹ lè kàn sí Tóyìn Ọláoyè lórí +447 896 018 764. Lápapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá àgbáyé pátápátá YSDN pẹ̀lú Yorùbá World Media Home and Diaspora àti gbogbo ìkànnì mìíràn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ sókè fún jàǹgbara ọmọ Yorùbá. Ìyàwó ẹgbẹ́ ìfẹ́lọ́dọ̀ àpapọ̀ ọmọ Yorùbá ṣe kí ọmọ aládìkó wípé ẹkú ọdún ẹkú ìyẹ̀dún àti ìsàmọ́dún àsàmọ́dúnṣẹ̀ ní ìtayàtọ̀ mọ́. Yorùbá World Media tó ń kéde lórúkọ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá. Lánàá olùlọ́jọ́ kan.
And a good morning and welcome to Koikimedia as we continue the campaign and the awareness and also giving all the news updates surrounding the self-determination campaign. Mo kí gbogbo wa pé a tún káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì wa tí a mọ̀ sí Koikimedia. It is coming up to 21 minutes past 5 a.m. in London. Where this broadcast is coming from. We are streaming on all the platforms from the Koikimedia. Please remember to subscribe and also follow us so that you can be up to date with development of what is going on in regard to the self-determination campaign, international news, local news, and some other news that is pertaining to the movement. As you're waking up this morning, and as you're going to bed, also there is some development coming up regarding, the burial arrangement of the late evangelist barrister Dr. Janet Fashaki. I'll be telling you a little bit more about that. But first and foremost, the program in London goes ahead as planned, in as much as the development coming from the New York regarding the death of barrister Dr. Janet Fashaki is also, coincident, unfortunately, with the date of the event in the United Kingdom. So let me first appreciate the organizing committee of this burial for trying as much as possible to put a finishing and a beautiful memorial event and a funeral arrangement for a mother, a grandmother, an activist, a fighter, a believer in the humanitarian work that she has done in the United States, in New York, where she resides. Also, a loving Yoruba woman that prefer a Yoruba country as against this contraction known as Nigeria. It is almost a week today that she died, which is coming up from the U.S. when we heard the news. I heard the news last week, Saturday, when she passed on Friday. And as the family have now arranged that she will be buried next month. Those are the dates for those of you in America. For those of you that are living in the New York, it will be very important that we all, as much as possible, try to be there. Not just because of her, but because of the beautiful work that she has done within the Nigerian community all her life while staying in the, in the United States of America. So, gone but not forgotten. and in loving memory of Lady Evangelist Dr. Janet Olushola Fashakin. Friday, October 11th, there will be service of song at exactly 5 p.m. EST. Then on a Saturday, October 12, 2024, the funeral service, interment, and reception for the guests at 11 a.m. EST. The Sunday, October the 13th, there will be a church Thanksgiving service at 12 p.m. You can also reach out to all those numbers on the screen for further details and inquiries. All events are in the New York. Please, details will also continue to follow. Also, right underneath the flyer that we've got sent to us on this platform for financial support to the funeral of late barrister evangelist Dr. Janet Olushola Fashakin, please made to the CAC of EDCC, the Zell, which is edccac.net2019@gmail.com. That is the burial arrangement for the late Dr. Barrister Evangelist Janet Fashakin. And like I said, there's not much we can do. We would have loved her to stay more, but that has been the situation that arose last week, and it is still something that a lot of people are still shocked regarding the death. Fanfani gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ ní United States of America àtẹni tó wà ní mostly ní New York. Since tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yín ẹni lè wá fún event tí ó máa go ahead as planned in United Kingdom, which is almost the same date. Ẹni tó bá ń bẹ ní America, ẹ rántí kẹ́ fi déètì sọ́kàn kẹ́ lè bá wa yẹ ìyá alálùbáríkà, ìyá dáadáa, a grandmother, a mother, an activist, a barrister, and a believer fún Yoruba nation. Tó gbogbo àwọn tó bá ń bẹ ní agbègbè America, kí ẹ bá wa wo àwọn ọjọ́ tí wọ́n sọ yìí, kí ẹ dẹ̀ bá wa tẹ̀lé wọn lọ sí ìsìnkú náà. Gbogbo ẹni tí ó bá nídìí information bóyá ibi tí ayẹyẹ yẹn máa ti ṣẹlẹ̀ gangan, torí mo rí address kankan nínú ẹ̀, but tá bá ti gba àwọn information yẹn a máa fún yín lórí ìkànnì wa tí a mọ̀ sí Koikimedia. So gbogbo àwọn numbers tí ẹ rí yẹn, ẹni tó bá nídìí details yẹn kẹ́ pè wọ́n kí ẹ lè make arrangement. A kí àwọn family olóògbé náà, a kí gbogbo wọn pé wọ́n kó ara fẹ́ra kù, kọba Elédùmarè kó jẹ́ kí ọjọ́ jìnnà síra wọn. Lórí yẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn ti ń pè wá pé ṣé event tí ó wá ń bọ̀ ní UK kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ sí, ìyẹn dinner àti rally tí ó ti wà in plan. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣàlàyé fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé the rally goes ahead as planned. There is no changes. There is no movement of any amendment or changes to those events. So on Friday, we will kickstart our event with Chief Dr. Sunday Igboho dinner at the Hilton London Kensington 179/199 Holland Park Avenue, London, W114UL, United Kingdom. That is a paid event, which is £100 per person. For anyone that would love to attend, there is still a couple of more tickets, and you will not be able to buy the ticket at the entrance. You would have to pay in advance if you would like to attend the dinner. That dinner has been put together, and the rally by Ifelodun Akpapo Omo Yoruba, one out of the many organizations that are putting together events regarding Yoruba nation. And we appreciate the work that they've done till date. So that is for the dinner. Then on the Saturday, which is going to be the 12th of October 2024, at exactly 10 a.m. prompt, where we will all be assembling with many of the guests that are flying into the country. That would then mean that from the BBC Broadcasting House Scotland Place, London W1A 1AA, the Yoruba Nation rally will kick start. We will be moving from the BBC straight into the Regent Street, coming out of the Trafalgar Square back into the number 10 Downing Street, Parliament, and we will come ending towards the Nigerian High Commission at number 9 Northumberland. Fún gbogbo ẹni tó ń bọ̀, it is very important that you walk with the time. Within the hour after 10 o'clock, which is about 11, we will move in from the BBC, and that means the badebe late. You might probably not see anybody. You probably then have to join us along the route. But Entoba Bawa Bere in Lati BBC, it is important that you arrive there at 10 a.m. So plan your journey. Many people are asking, what kind of outfit do we put on? Just your normal outfit. If it has anything that's got to do with Yoruba Nation, you can put it on. You can put on just any other outfit as you wish and as you like. But there is a fleece that is being sold at 25 pounds for the benefit of those that wants to have that on. You can reach out to any of the media and you'll be getting further details on that. So that is some of the development fún àǹfààní àwọn tí wọ́n ń bẹ ní UK. Mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n wa Amodemaja all the way from Dustin, Sunshine Moon. I spoke to him last night, and he's also preparing with a lot of his friends that will be following us on the day of the rally. Àwọn náà ti ra ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ fleece, which we are grateful for the work he's doing within the Nigerian community. And let me put this clear. A lot of people that might be saying, well, it's just a Yoruba Nation event. We are still Nigerians. Yes, Nigeria is still a country according to the world today, but we are the Yorubas that are living in the United Kingdom, that are Nigerian, that are campaigning for the total exit out of Nigeria. It is not a crime. We are not doing anything against the law. We are only asking that the Yoruba can be an independent, autonomous, self-determination, holding our sovereignty without being part of what is called the fraudulent amalgamation by the United Kingdom. So sovereignty for the Yoruba Nation is what we are campaigning. So whether you are still in Nigeria is not the issue. Whether you are a British is not the issue. What we are asking for is exactly what many countries around the world have done, that most of us will visit or will probably have visited or we have heard about. Soviet Union, dissolved, and most of Nigerians have traveled to Ukraine to, before the war to study. Most of you never knew that Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union back in the 90s. Most of you would have traveled to Yugoslavia before Yugoslavia dissolved, and many countries came out of it. So when we are now also saying the same thing, we should not make it look like it is something that we are against each other. You are Yorubas that are Nigerians, we agree, but if you believe and want an independent Yoruba country away from what is happening in Nigeria, that a lot of our people are suffering, that is one of the reasons why you should also be attending this magnificent event that is coming up in London. So fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ ní UK, gbogbo yín ni a pè, from the NHS to the carers to the doctors to the technician to the traders to the street cleaners to the hotel receptionists to those working in every sector within the United Kingdom up to other regions that are Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and Dublin. We invite every one of you that are in European country. If you have the paper to travel, you can book the ticket. But remember that if you are not having the, because we now have one of our friends that wanted to travel, but due to visa, you might be living in one country, but if you don't have their passport, UK is no longer a member of the European Union. So fún gbogbo ẹni tí ó bá fẹ́ wá, please check before you are buying your ticket. Somebody just bought a ticket, but apparently they were not sure that they will need a visa. And if you look at the timing now, applying for visa might be a little bit too late. So, over important, if you're coming from the European country, you're not holding their passport, you are just giving a normal resident permit and you're still traveling with your Nigerian passport. You might have traveled to other European countries, which nobody would ask you any question at the border. But if you're going to be coming to the UK, you are just a resident of a European citizen. You will need a visa to get to the UK. So please check with your embassy and all other information, because someone called me, they bought a ticket to travel down here, but apparently they were not aware that they will need a visa and they were meant to be coming from one of the European country. So over important for passport. The reason why we're also asking for Yoruba Nation, so that in the near future we can have a passport that is strong, a passport that is valuable, a passport that can support you as a citizen. Majority of the people around the world that are in a country, because Nigeria is not a country, have a passport that allows them to travel around the world without worrying too much about visa. Some of them will get visa, but most countries that they will travel to, they will not need a visa. But as Nigerians today, even though with the fraudulent being told that we are part of these Commonwealth citizens, you will not have access to come to the UK without a visa. It used to be a non-visa until things fall apart, but today, as Nigerians, if you're traveling to the UK, you would definitely be needing a visa to leave, to come down to the UK. So please bear that in mind. Very, very important that these are reasons why we are really, saying that the UK can tell you lies, that we should save Nigeria because that is what they think. But that is not what we think. It is all about us, not about UK. It's not about America. It is about what we, the Yoruba people, think. So, important that we should not be deceived by this Western world telling us to go and save a country that is not worth even a tissue paper. So that is on that. Monday coming, this coming Monday, there is also an event that is coming at Ile-Ife, which is called the Yoruba National Unity Day. All supporting, the 138 years of the end of the Kiriji War. Most of Yoruba people don't even know all these. Monday at Ile-Ife, this is going to be taking place. Also, it's important that the reason why our Yoruba Shinsopafe Krono Nigeria is because 200 years after the Fulani invasion, and they still have the intention to invade us. Most of Yoruba people are sleeping, and you could sleep in coma and not wake up because the invasion is real. They are doing everything possibly best to continue, to push for their wish to make sure that they can overthrow our own territory, just like they've done, within Hausa Caliphate that have now been completely wiped off. You can hardly know that there's always been an Hausa because they are now being taken out of the contraction in that region in the northern part. So a Yoruba man is telling us that nothing is going to happen because Tinubu that will die within the next 30 years. He's not going to be alive because, probably 30 years from now is gone, maximum. So we're talking about the future of a country. It's not about Tinubu, it's not about me, it's not about Igbo, it's not about Akitoye. We're talking about preserving a Yoruba, land away from people that have the real intention, to capture it and take it. And they have the intention to take it, but we must not allow such to happen. And the only way we can stop it is by asking for a Yoruba country far away from this messed up country that is known as Nigeria today. So when some of you disagree with us, I tend to wonder, what are you thinking? Are you in support of a Yoruba land to be, completely taken away from us? Well, some of you might not understand, but I'm just pitying and worried that we are sleeping while these invaders are working tirelessly. So, you can disagree with me personally. It's not about me. I'm just going to be here for probably another 100 years as well, and we're gone. 100 years from now, most of us will be dead. But Yoruba land must not die. That is the reason why we are doing this. So you can go on and be against us. That is your own cup of tea, not mine. But what we are not going to allow is sit and allow invaders, to want to take what belongs to us. We must not allow such to happen. So we will fight with our media, Koikimedia, plus all the other media that are also working, tirelessly. We will push. We would not relent. We will not cave in. Some of you think that, Tinubu will bribe you because you are all born bastard. You are used to corruption in that country. So you think that everybody's corrupt, that you will be bribed. You could be bribed because that is what you think, but not some of us that believe that we are far better than being bribed, and we will continue the campaign. You can allow Sheyi Tinubu to be deceiving himself that he's going to be the next Jagaban. Nigeria will be dead completely. He will not have the privilege like his father. So if he likes, let him continue to live in denial that Nigeria will break. We will break Nigeria by fire, by force. There will be crisis. I was listening to Daily Farotimi, I think an interview that he granted, which we'll probably pick from the News Central. And, most of them all believe now that Nigeria will finally collapse. How soon it collapses is what we don't know. So on the 23rd, it is important that if you are in Nigeria, you want to attend this event, just reach out to, the details in the flyer so that you can be part of that particular event that we are just, telling you about. So that is on that. Let's come out again. Once again, we are still live on the Koikimedia transmission. So a lot of things is happening, but let's get it clear. Nothing has changed regarding the event in the United Kingdom as coincident with the burial arrangement of Mrs. Barrister Dr. Evangelist Janet Fashakin. So that is on that. If you're not too sure about anything, please, you can always reach out to us, either myself or other medias that will tell you a little bit more about everything you need to know. So lórí yẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀, lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí a kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé a kú ara fẹ́ra kù, Ọlọ́run á jẹ́ kí ọjọ́ jìnnà síra wọn. Orí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sí ohun tí Elédùmarè ò mọ̀ sí. Àsìkò ìdá bá pé a máa dúpẹ́ náà ni. So the Yoruba National Unity Day, like I said, all coming up, very soon in the next 72 hours, if it's not a little bit less than that, and that is coming up at Ile-Ife. So remember, you can be part of it as well. Moki Bubu Alen Council. Let's listen to this and I'll come back.
àjọ̀dún ìparí ogun láàrin àwọn ọmọ ládéládé ogun èkìtì parapọ̀ tí ó parí ní ìmẹ̀sílẹ̀ tí ọdún yìí yóò wáyé lọ́nà bàbá wa ọ̀jájá ọ̀nẹ́rìṣà ní ilé Ifẹ̀. Gbogbo ládéládé la pè é ní ọjọ́ kọkànlélógún títí di ọjọ́ kẹtàlélógún ọdún 2024. Oríṣiríṣi ètò bíi ọ̀rọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀, ìpàtẹ, eré ìtàgé, ìwédéwẹ̀mí àti ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ láti ẹnu àwọn ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n bíi ọ̀túnbọ̀gbọ̀n ìdíje àlè àti àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá tí wọ́n fi ìlú ìbò ṣe ibùgbé. Yorùbá tí wá rí ẹjọ́ kájọ gbé lárugẹ.
So bí event yẹn ṣe máa wáyé òun náà ni ẹ ti gbọ́ ní àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe ètò náà. Ẹ jẹ́ ká padà sí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí tẹ́ bá ṣẹ̀ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ìsìnkú màmá tí a mọ̀ sí àwa Janet Barrister Dr. Evangelist Fashakin ó máa wáyé ní Amẹ́ríkà ìyẹn ní oṣù tó ń bọ̀. Lóòótọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ wọnú ara wọn nínú event tó fẹ́ wáyé ní UK. Amẹ́ríkà ni eléyìí tí máa ṣẹlẹ̀. We are different hours. America is about 6 hours behind depending on what part you are in America. Àwa ti wà ní 10 minutes to 6 a.m. while there will be also 10 minutes to 12 midnight. So, but Saturday, when that event will be held, it will not have anything to stop the event that has been planned and arranged for the UK rally and dinner. But we will continue to also monitor that event in America, and we'll be giving you all the updates as it's happening as well. So Moki Babawa Professor Adebanji Akitoye Aki gbogbo àwọn tó ń bẹ nínú Ìgbòho-dé àkí gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ọmọ YSDM àdẹ̀kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pé a kó ara fẹ́ra kó ti màmá wa olólùfẹ́ wa ìyá dáadáa ìyá tó believe that àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá we are better off out of this contraction tí wọ́n ń pè ní Nigeria than being part of it. So but it is what it is. We wish that we can have her more, but we can't because Elédùmarè ti mú wọn lọ, and we can now only pray for the family and the rest of the people that she has left as well. So that is on that. If you need any further information on this burial, like I said, screenshot, reach out to those numbers, especially in America, mostly the New York. She has a lot of network of friends and families and relations that I'm sure are still in shock about the death of this beautiful soul. But life will continue, but she'll be remembered for a very, very long time. So that is on that. Again, for those of us that are planning to come to the rally, a lot of you have been calling báwo ni rally ṣe máa wáyé pẹ̀lú àwọn àgbàlagbà. A London Red Road bus has been chartered. It only contains 72 people. If you want to be part of that bus, it is important that we have your details so that we can prepare you and your loved ones that are probably going to come with you. Important ká mọ ẹni tó fẹ́ gun bọ́ọ̀sì yẹn, just so that we are not having more than the 72 passengers that will be going on it. So we only have the 72 numbers. So ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá fẹ́ wà lórí ẹ̀ bí àtòrí ẹsẹ̀. It's not that you will come on that day. If the bus is full up, you will not have access to the bus. Ìyẹn la ṣe fẹ́ make sure pé ẹni tó bá ti forúkọ sílẹ̀, you would have access at least to get on the bus. Very, very important that you reach out to the organizing committee of this planned event. Those of us that always ask questions that why is this happening in the UK? UK continues to be a country that amalgamated Nigeria. UK has been part of Nigeria, and we must continue to highlight and show the United Kingdom that the Yoruba also have the right to what is known as self-determination away from the fraudulent amalgamation. So that is on all the information. We will continue to be highlighting those information until the day of the different event that is happening, whether the one happening in the fair or the one in New York, and if there's any other more event, we'll be telling you. So we're going to kickstart the program now in just 10 minutes after all the announcements. Itoba yewa nibe ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ nínú comment section, or you can reach out to me personally as much as you are not clear. For the dinner, there is no traditional outfit that have been put out to say this is what you have to wear. For the 150 people that will be attending the dinner, you can wear exactly whatever you feel comfortable to put on. Traditional wear, English wear, you can put it on. So that is fine tea if you are from, the dinner on the 11th of October 2024 at £100 per ticket. So that is on that. So if anything is not clear, like I said, I'm always available. Please reach out to me, and I would try my best to make sure that you are well up to date. So now, let's come out of all that and now go straight into some discussion. There's no amount of what you talk about Nigeria. If you like, our fathers, our parents have been talking about Nigeria. Lati Ayebaye. The conversation about Nigeria has always been toxic. So it doesn't matter whether you talk about it or not, it will just give us headache. Nigeria, there will be people that probably disagree for the dissolution of the country, and there will be people that will probably agree as well. But one thing is that you cannot get anything out of Nigeria, especially the way it has been structured by the British after the amalgamation. Then 42 years later, we were then given independence. But prior before these all events, there's always been the slave trade that many people doesn't even understand. How Britain gained so much and built so much on the sweat of our forefathers and foremothers. Agun ti àwọn màmá wa àtàwọn bàbá wa ni wọ́n fi build ìlú yìí. And it's not just in that part of the region. It's all happened as well across India. Even the America had to fight Britain to gain their own independence. Many of those countries that were part of the empire that is now known as the 56 from right Commonwealth citizen or Commonwealth nations. Britain now understand that the time has expired regarding these empires. But directly or indirectly, they will tell you, every 4 years, we should go and pen our vote into this contraction. And many people believe that nonsense. We tell you that you shouldn't listen to Britain, especially their politicians. They are same politicians like Nigeria. We can always call the ones there and question them, as we're doing right now with the Prime Minister Kistama regarding some of the donation to Ongba, Nipa, his wardrobe. And that he has come out to say, look, anybody. Let me remind Nigerians, especially in Yoruba, that understand that whatever we are telling you from this platform, you first need to remember that I live here. I am one out of the many journalists that are lucky to be operating from this country in this movement. And I think until you understand that, for me to be coming out every day fighting for the right of the Yoruba people in the country that I live, that itself means that I know more, even if I don't know before. So when we are here talking, and you in Nigeria, I'm not talking about those in Europe or any other part of the world, but for those of you in Nigeria to be arguing with me is so shameful that you are expecting these English people to tell you the truth about whether we should remain in Nigeria or not. That for me, I find it, very, very difficult to understand, because these are the same people that created the fraud that is called Nigeria that we are challenging today. And under the rules of engagement, self-determination, under Article 3 of the United Nations says, and I quote, indigenous peoples, which we are one, we are indigenous people, have the right, anieto, àwa ẹ̀yà kan nínú ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀yà tó ń bẹ nínú Nàìjíríà lénìí, a lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ fún self-determination. Látara ẹ̀tọ́ yẹn, by the virtue of that right, torí pé gbogbo nǹkan ni ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́, bóun ẹ̀ kò sọ pé orí ń ta wá, bóun ẹ̀ kò bínú sí wa, èmi kọ́ mo ní káwọn parent ẹ̀ máa work out bó ṣe máa mú ẹ kúrò ní Nàìjíríà nígbà tó mú èmi kúrò ní 24 years ago that I left that shit hole, that I did not even do my university in Nigeria, even though I pleaded and I begged my mom, not that we don't have the money, we could lobby to be in any university, at least, my mom was already in UK, so money wouldn't have been a problem, but she ran out of Nigeria just because of some problems that has to do with the economy of Nigeria in the 90s. So for you to be sitting here watching me today, you should be grateful that this young man that is now coming out frequently challenging this amalgamation as at least witness from the mother to myself, the effect of the bad government in Nigeria. Because not that we were not doing very well. I went to Abeokuta Grammar School and I went to a private primary and nursery school, Onward Nursery, still in Surulere. My father was rich before he died. My mother has traveled to 23 countries. Some of you will never attempt to go to that country if you remain Nigerian with a Nigerian passport. If you have another passport, yes, you can. If you remain holding this Nigerian passport, you will hardly even go to 5 countries anymore because nobody wants to give you a visa. When my mom was traveling, as at the time, Nigeria was still not in this deep mess. So most people will give them visa as a trader that she was. So she was traveling to different countries. She's been to Yugoslavia before Yugoslavia break off because àwọn àkọ́bí bàbá mi ibẹ̀ ló ti kàwé. So it's a privilege to have a young man sitting here and explaining things to you, but because you are expecting the English that I live with them to come and tell you that, no, don't talk about self-determination that gives you a right, something that wants to give you a right, you are refusing it. That for me, I found it very difficult for, to process, because we're talking about something that will give us a right as against what is not giving you a right right now. Because as a citizen of Nigeria, most of us don't have any right. Our rights continue to be abused, by these criminal elements that call themselves politicians, and they are not politicians, they are criminals working for the imperialists and these other countries around the world. As you can tell, when they go and do all kind of signing, like your state governor is doing right now, we don't know what he's signing because they're not going to let you see the document to vet, because those documents have been kept out of the public, view. And even if I request under freedom of information that, look, Seyi Makinde, you have traveled to Sweden and Finland. Is it possible that I have access to whatever you have signed with those companies, with whoever you have signed with? I just want to study it. They're not going to give it to me. So that shows that you don't have any right in Nigeria. You're just a figurehead that wakes up every day and your right has been manipulated. So when we are now talking about getting something that will give you the right, and you are against that, for me, I don't know, I don't know how that works, because I'm sorry on máa fún yín ní right gẹ́gẹ́ bí aráàlú. It's 6 o'clock in the morning now. Between me and you, if I feel uncomfortable for whatever reason and I can't use my abere to solve it, I can't use my agbo to solve it, then that means it is something that needs another care away from my own, home care. I've drank lemon and orange juice. I've tried to, and the body is still not working. That means I have to now call another carer, which is called the hospital. Láti tọ́jú mi. All I need to do, if I still have the strength, I pick up my phone and I dial the number, and the operator will pick it up and ask me, Mr. Koiki, well, they probably not know my name, but they will say, what service do I want? Is it fire, police, or ambulance? Those are the three questions they're going to ask me. And I'll tell them I need an ambulance. And then the question, while they're asking question, they're already transferring me straight to the station where the ambulance services operate from. Then they're asking me my address so that they can pin me within the location that I live, láti make sure pé ibi tó fi send me lọ àbáwọn tó máa send me wá fún, they know where they're coming. Then I will be asked question, what actually is wrong with me. I'll say I'm feeling tired, I don't know what is wrong, and they'll be, while they're doing all that, they've already dispatched, what we called the ambulance services. While the operator is still talking to you, operator tó ṣì ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, look, what that operator is doing is to calm you. Depending on the problem, sometimes if it's a very difficult one, they can't calm anybody. People are screaming, especially if somebody have collapsed in the house. But if you still have the strength, they're talking to you, they're calming your body. By the time you realize, you'll be hearing the sound of the ambulance. Wow, 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 wow. Do you know that operator do not disconnect a call with you until the ambulance arrive in this country? I'm sure those living in other European countries, I'm sure it's the same thing. But those in the UK can confirm what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't understand what I'm saying. You have called the operator, whether it is police you need, whether it is fire brigade, or whether it's ambulance. While to show a phone or whoever is calling on your behalf, that your right is going to be cherished and maintained, that you will not be left alone. They will be on the phone with you. You okay? What do you want? They will not leave you alone. You will still be on the phone with this operator. By the time the service to request from that day, and they'll be telling you, and they can see as well that the ambulance is getting closer to your house, because it's all digital, not the analog country that you are living today called Nigeria. And when that ambulance arrives, they will tell you that the ambulance is arriving. They calm, and then the ambulance will get into your house, and they will confirm with you, because they know that you have a right. You can sue them back if anything goes wrong. You can question. You can even ask your member of parliament to raise question on your behalf regarding the service that you are meant to get as a citizen. But in Nigeria today, those services are not going to be there, even if you pray from now to thy kingdom come. Even if anybody tells you nonsense analysis about like that Bismarck, that crazy man. I saw his his article saying Tinubu government is working, in the right direction. If you listen to that nonsense man they call Bismarck, his name is Bismarck. Bismarck, Bismarck Rwani, I think, yeah. On Sorone, I saw the headline, these are crazy individuals that come and tell us that, Nigeria economy is going on the right path. You know what those ones does? They are paid. They are paid agent of the government. And if you're one of those stupid Nigerians that you look at what he's talking about, look, this one, he has visa. I don't know whether he has another resident permit of another country, whether he's a citizen of another, because most of them have already gained either a good quality visa that they can travel at the space of any time, or they also have a resident permit like myself, or they probably have other country passport. But if you are listening to Bismarck Rwani telling you that Tinubu government is working towards building a better economy, those crazy man, they are there for a purpose to deceive you. But I hope you will understand, because Nigerians are, difficult people to get a message. So your own pain is that we are asking for breakup. You are not paying that the country has failed every single one of us. And it's not because of leadership, it's because we are not one. Because even like you bring the best leader, Yoruba will disagree with it, Igbo will disagree, Hausa will disagree. We will all be fighting each other. So it's better that we go and manage each other under the Article 3 of what is known as indigenous peoples. Indigenous peoples. The indigenous peoples have the right to self-determination. Anieto. Now, under that right, when we'll eventually have our own independent, sovereign country, we will then have the privilege to freely determine our political status. Today, many of you in Nigeria cannot determine your political status. I voted here on the July 4th, and I voted for the person I believe I want to be in power. And I can be rest assured that I can go home and sleep, that there will be no manipulation, no mago-mago, no one professor changing the figures and changing and cleaning like a primary school student. So most of you, should you remain in Nigeria, you will die without enjoying a freely determined of your own political status. You will not enjoy it, because whatever political status that you are going to vote for, one is going to rig, like Tinubu is going to rig it. If you give Tinubu more time, it will rig the 2020. They're already going to rig the 2027 election. They are about to rig it. So when we are sitting here explaining all these things, but you are against us because you prefer to listen to Bismarck Rwani, this crazy man that is telling us the Nigerian economy is on track to hit 400 billion by 2026. So you can tell that these are the kind of corruption that we talk about that we must not allow in Yoruba land. Ama apayini. So just to complete the self-determination, because a lot of people ask questions, why are we fighting for Yoruba nation? It's because I want to live in a country where by the virtue of my rights, I am freely determine my political status and freely pursue, not just political status, because if you don't have a good political status like the criminal APC under Tinubu today, what you're not going to get also is you will not and you will never, you will not even enjoy the economic, social, and cultural development. Those three are very powerful, and I'll explain them to you in details. But let's take you back to the criminal bishop, Rewani. And as you can see from the business day yesterday, because I saw it yesterday and I was just laughing. I said all this criminal economic analysis in Nigeria and don't change hand or not a Bangkok lower government, because they know that he has a voice under the local and international, because he travels a lot. He's invited to give speech and all kind of nonsense, deceiving themselves. But let me tell you, if you are hoping that what Bismarck, I think that's his name, Bismarck Rewani, says that Nigeria economy is on track, or maybe because you have seen Tinubu with Coca-Cola saying that they are going to bring $1 billion investment. Coca-Cola, maybe that's what we're going to be drinking. You drink Coca-Cola, but your health will be paralyzed. There are no medicals to solve it. If I drink Coca-Cola in this country and I have God's, I don't pray, but we don't know what can happen to a body. I have kidney problem. I don't smoke. I don't drink. But for whatever reason, we consume other products that can affect our health. And they say health is wealth. Tinubu wants to bring in Coca-Cola to come and invest in Nigeria. Then you will have to drink more Coca-Cola, right? But your health cannot be taken care of by the company called Coca-Cola. You will need, another sector of the country. This is why we say self-determination. It's a very important area that cannot be pushed aside. It's something that you have to fight for it, so that you can enjoy your basic right. And I want to bring that so that you can be saying that next to Bishop. I keep saying Bishop. So I want you to see my self-determination with this crazy man that is telling you, oh, Nigeria economy is on the right path. If you listen to this nonsense that this economy is going to bounce back, I don't know which part of the world Rewani is talking from, whether from his anus, because nobody can bring this economy back. It's a dead economy. So now I'm still back to the economic, social, and cultural development. Three gray areas. Three different areas. Kí ló ń pè ní economic? That's exactly what Rewani is telling us. Moki Bishop Adesina says, exactly. Bismarck Rewani was always against Tinubu and Nigerian economic policies before, until Tinubu gave him a portfolio as member of the Economic Council. He is now speaking for Tinubu to praise him. These people whose their belly is their God. Good morning, Yemi Fatoki. Good morning, Warish Jinodu. No 24/7 clean running water. Coca-Cola, Loku. Imagine, Tinubu wants to bring Coca-Cola. Maybe you've not seen that. Let me show you. But remember, like we said, our mother, Janet Fashakin, barrister, doctor, will be buried in America according to a wish which again is the same date with the event in London. But do not, worry. That event in London will go ahead as planned. So let me bring you up to date. As we saw Jagaban saying to us that we shouldn't worry. He's on track. He has brought in Coca-Cola instead of water that a lot of Nigerians are requesting him to give us. So Tinubu is saying that Coca-Cola will invest $1 billion operation according to the presidency. Imagine a country that doesn't have, drinking water. Tinubu is now saying that Coca-Cola will come and invest $1 billion. Moki Darapomwa, a very good morning. Babami Temitope Onobanjo said, those that believe in one Nigeria are purely sick upstairs. A reasonable someone will not campaign for one Nigeria. But trust me, many of them are campaigning because they want to be SSA and all this nonsense. So what I'm trying to explain this morning with the self-determination and linking one section of it, because you need a good economy to work. And this Mark Rwani says that Tinubu government will make sure that we have a 600 billion or whatever he was talking about. Let's see. Rwani says, 400 billion. Tinubu is on track by 2026, which is just about another 2 years from now. God willing, God spares our lives. So Nigeria economy is on track to hit 400 billion by 2026, says Rwani. Let's read further. Bismarck Rwani, the managing director of Financial Directives Company, has forecast that something that will grow. So Nigerians, you should wait till 2026. If you die before then, good night. If you survive before then, au revoir. So you have to wait until 2026 before you can start seeing the dividends of government. That's what Bishop Rwani is saying, not me. I'm only telling you what I'm reading from here. So let's read further quickly. Rwani says that the Nigerian gross domestic product, that means there will be more production going on in Nigeria because you need a lot of production if truly you want to hit a $400 billion by 2026. He's even telling us that it will make it the second largest in the sub-Saharan Africa. These are the lies that they tell you. The sub-Saharan Africa, I have one of our colleagues in Togo. It's like each time they hear that he's a Nigerian, they're like, everybody's running away. So even within that sub-Saharan Africa, you are as useless as tissue paper as Nigerians. And you know that. Try to travel to Benin Republic. It will look like you are going to Germany. Then from Benin, if you cross the border, then make your way to Togo, Ghana, and those African countries. You will not get to South Africa because you need a visa. That is how useless, and how rubbish, these giants of Africa they talk about is as stupid that many people believe this nonsense in 21st century. So what Oshinyana said to pay, Nigeria will allow you to prosper. You will die. I'm going to come back to the Coca-Cola, but I was talking about our own Prime Minister here, because under the right, information came out that this man was collecting donation of pay clothes, Asho. Imagine, a prime minister, I think when he was a member of parliament, people will give him clothes. And we are now challenging him. Can you do that with your politician? With the cloth allowance, with all this crime against the people? Sir still stammer to no longer accept donation to pay for clothes. Imagine, people are giving him money. So yeah, buy clothes. And now we question him because we were saying, how can you be collecting money for clothes, Asho? But you crazy Nigerians, bomb bastards, you come here defending the criminal politicians that have milked you, destroy your life. You don't have, the virtual of that right. They freely determine your political status and freely pursue their economic. Most of you, your businesses are failing because of the policy of this mad country you call Nigeria. You don't have social and cultural development. I was seeing one of the Yoruba actress, they donate 1.3 million for her. I said to my wife last night, I said that 1.3 million is what some people used to drink in the club. She doesn't need, look, do you know how many Nigerians are going through health crisis challenges in UK? Have they ever come online and say, look, I need donation? No. We are now going to open a GoFundMe. I'm sick. Please help me to put your own one kobo there. It is only Nigeria, that crazy country, like Mama, sorry, social media. And yeah, I have health challenge, my kidney, brain tumor. Now they have put that woman on the spot. Do you know how many people are going through, illness that they're not going to recover because some illness are terminally ill disease? While some that will recover either through prayer, like a lot of you believe in Nigeria, or through medical innovation. So when we're sitting here and your president now said, no, I've just spoken to Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is the best. Coca-Cola is the best. They are going to bring, a 1 billion investment. Do you think the Coca-Cola will give you health care? No. They're not going to give you health care. They are there to sell their content, which is Coke. I mean, I drink Coke, but at least my own drinking in the UK, if I have any problem, I can walk to the hospital. If I can still manage, if I cannot manage, like I told you, I will call the ambulance and they'll come and, support me from the house. So, but what a lot of you think is that now that this investment is coming, because I know there's no investment coming, Tinubu is just another, criminal that is trying to make everything look good, so that a lot of Nigerians will not, overthrow his government, because Tinubu is scared. And that's why I'm going to come to that in a minute. Do you know that he's not going to United Nations General Assembly? I told you that by the time he travel one day, they will overthrow him. So maybe if I don't tell Tinubu, say, no travel, go anywhere, send Shetima. Imagine a president that has only been there for 1 year. The second year, he cannot attend United Nations General Assembly. Even Buhari that was dead and alive, he will still push him. Whether it's the mannequin, Buhari was going there and talking about the Palestinian right to self-determination, but the Biafra that were asking for same thing, Buhari was not interested. So Tinubu must have been told that, look, Babangida and Obasanjo are planning a coup to overthrow you, so you better not go outside the country for now. Come back home. Or don't, Tinubu lied. He says, I'm back home because of the Borno crisis. He's not back home because of the Borno crisis. He must got some intelligence that they were going to overthrow his government. Even though he's bribing the military from information, he keeps bribing them, but military people are bastard, they don't care. So Tinubu is not going to United Nations General Assembly. Rather, he's sending his, terrorist guy, Shetima, to go there. So, let's go back to my Prime Minister here in the UK so that you can understand the virtue of my right that our journalists in the UK started digging, under freedom of information. We realized that this man, since 2019, he has been receiving gifts, freebies. They call it freebies. Everybody likes freebies. Every Nigerian is looking for freebies. Maybe Monday, me too, I will become politician. I will steal money. I'll buy house. I'll marry another wife. I'll buy SUV. I'll have security. Bomb bastard. So that's why they don't want to support, the breakup of this country they call Nigeria that Britain created under a fraudulent way. Imagine the Prime Minister of UK which some of you that are watching on the software can see his face, has now faced a backlash. You know the meaning of backlash? Should we look for it? Okay, let's look for it. Let's go to the dictionary and look for the meaning of backlash. What is the meaning of the word backlash?
Backlash.
When I say
Backlash.
when we use the word
Backlash.
a strong negative reaction by a large number of people, including myself, especially to social or political development. Backlash.
Backlash.
As you know, the backlash. Tinubu, they take him to prison, say, look, you can't do that. You can't protest. You are treasonable because you want to overthrow my government. Go and look for 10 million naira bail. As you are backlash Buhari during the NSAS, you buy a lot of you buy every one of you, Odigbo, they buy a lot of people.
Backlash.
So when the word
backlash,
a strong public response against something, Nigerians are responding to the madness in the country, a lot of madness. You want me to play you one? I have a lot of video that I can always link with this, because many of you will die, like I said. So this is one out of many of Nigerians' backlash. Let's listen to this.
Ó ti sú mi, orílẹ̀-èdè ti sú mi, báyìí kan ni wọ́n bá tẹ́lẹ̀, gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ní ọ̀la yìí ẹ̀kọ́ ọ̀fẹ́ ni wọ́n kà o, ẹ̀kọ́ Awólọ́wọ̀ wọn kà àlérán mọ́ sùkúù mọ́, ayé yín ò dáa, ó ti sú wa o, wọ́n bá wá nǹkan sí i àti pólítì, ẹ rí i pé orí mi gan ti pa, ó ti sú wa o, ó ti sú wa o, orílẹ̀-èdè wọn bá wá nǹkan ṣe sí o, ráìsì ti di ẹ̀yìn, gàrí ti wá ń kù, mo tún gbọ́ pé ráìsì ti di 80,000 àpò, wọ́n bá wá nǹkan ṣe sí i, tá a bá tún abẹ́rẹ́ epo bẹ́ẹ̀ epo 80. I'm sorry, 680, 700 lára. Kí ló dé kí la ṣe? Àwa akórópè gbogbo ẹ̀fọn ní òmò gbóná lálẹ́ tá a mọ̀ fún mi wẹ́ẹ̀tì ẹ̀ pẹ́pẹ́ kan ò mọ̀ lànà. Àní rí kankan, epo náà ní gbà lọ. Owó skul bíìsì àmọ́ mi wò rí san báyìí. Ayé mi ò sá o.
So this man is backlashing the government. Backlash. That's the meaning. Backlash. There's another sound filtering out somewhere. Okay, let me pause this. Too many adverts. So the word backlash. Nigerians are complaining. Why are we paying too much for petrol? About crude oil. They forgot that there's no development in their refinery. The refinery is dead. Okay, but Jesus is going to come and fix it. We are praying to God. Mumu people. We are praying to Anabi Muhammad. We are calling our father to come and make things work. Mumu people. They are Mumu Nigerians. So when you backlash the government in Nigeria, they come for you. Look at your everybody. That's why you come back home. You come back home. If you come back home, you can come and be backlashing the government. You're weary. A bomb bastard. I live in a society where I can backlash Nigeria, I can backlash the UK government under my right. It's called, my freely determined, because now me vote for Labour Party. So we have the right to question this man. That's exactly what we are doing. So when we use the word, and I hope my audio is out, yes. Moki, I'm still getting another feed. I'm getting another feed coming through my broadcast. I don't know where that feed is coming from, but let's go and resolve that feed. Okay, before we go further, let's listen to this. Okay, I don't have to play. Yoruba Nation Radio TV with OLAYOMI KOIKI will be hosting the Yoruba World Media Secretary Fatai Ogunribido tomorrow. You can want to join that. It's going to be a fantastic event. It's important that we continue to, listen to people that have the know. This man have been talking about Nigeria. He worked at the Punch newspaper before he came to this country in the 80s. Fatai Ogunbido. So this one knew about Nigeria, that country is a crazy country. But you know, the one where they born 1990. Hey, Shata Koiki, we go fix Nigeria. You better go and ask your father what killed your dad, so that you will know that it was Nigeria that killed your dad directly. So, Aye Bokiki will be hosting. Okay, let me pause this because all this advert coming out all the time. It's madness. You know, advert. I've paused it so it doesn't bring any audio again. So Aye Bokiki is gonna host Fatai Ogunribedo. It's all gonna happen. Make sure you are part of that. Now look at this. This is the federal allocation in the month of August distribution. I was sitting in my bedroom last night because today is the 21st, and Channels Television popped up, and I saw this and I took a screenshot of it. Look at the allocation in the month of August and ask yourself how much got to you through any of these. You can put it in the comment section. You one believer of this shit whole country, you know, they call country, will not be country. Federal government 374.92 billion. That is how much they share, okay? All this you just going to be hearing figure, left and right, figure, bam, bam, figure, bam, bam, figure. Ask them what? Let us ask them to give us accountability of every penny that they've spent since 1999, that we need a full audit in each of our states. You will cry for your father and your mother that died because of the negligence of not having the factual right to a political status and economic and social, cultural development, because you're not going to see any development. So state government collected 422.86 billion. Some of the state, they're as useless as tissue paper. They don't bring anything to the table. Some of them, you know, okay, you want Nigeria. Are you ever going to travel to Yobe? You to hear that word Yobe. Some places you will never go before you die. And if you try to go there, you have motor accident, you just pie down. Some of the states, you will not visit because you don't have any business there. And if you have business in the north, to go and do pork business, they will kill you. Pie down. Because they are Muslim, they are operating Sharia. They don't need any pork business. They don't need any alcohol business. They destroy alcohol. They don't want anybody to drink beer. But in Saudi Arabia, they drink beer, they drink alcohol. Even Saudi Arabia has now opened up tourism. And if you think I'm lying, let's go and look at Saudi Arabia. That is your lovely country. You know, let's see tourism and alcohol. Saudi is set to open its first ever liquor store, alcohol store. Hallelujah. Inshallah. Imagine Saudi Arabia, they won't open where they're going to sell alcohol. But in Kano, they destroy it. But every month, they will collect state government allocation. And a stupid Nigerian will come here and tell me to shut up, bomb bastard. You go better for your papa, as I always say. Local government council, that one a fraud. Since the Supreme Court says, look, all you criminal governors, especially the Yoruba ones, I don't care about the Southeast, I'm more concerned about our Yoruba people. In the Southeast, like they fight themselves, you know, for their own right as well. All these our governors, governor, come here. What is going on? How much Tinubu give you under the local government revenue? Do you know that they collected the whole 774 local government that are useless as tissue paper? Useless. Go and ask which of your local government is working, including your Lagos, LCDA, Pinekon DA. But last no, in the month of August, because yes, August last month, local government council. I don't know why they call them local government council, because they don't have any office. Some of them, they don't have any office. In the north, those ones, they just share revenue. Every month they come there. Oh yeah, how much they give today? Oh yeah, collect money, everybody go there. Next month they come back again. Some of the local government are terrorists, they control them. Not sure. And we are here backlashing our prime minister that, look, you cannot be collecting money for buying clothes. For where? Afawiri lonyo. Agbasibi gbasong. But a journalist like myself is doing the same thing with Nigeria. People are saying, shut up. Are you criticizing Tinubu? We are Jagaban children. Jagaban children that doesn't know how their local government is functioning, because their local government has been taken away from them. So look at the screen. And you can look at your screen. Let me remove this. So I don't want anything to block our view. So local government in August, they were paid 306.53 billion naira. Local government. Don't tell anybody that you hear from Koikimedia that the local government, it was 306 billion. So what you need to do now, you where they ask money on the social media, just go to your local government. Oh, they don't open on Saturday, sorry. On Monday, just walk to your local government and say, how much ni ẹ̀yin gbà from the August revenue? Ìyà jẹ go suffer. You go pray to Jesus, he no go answer you. You go call Muhammad, he no go answer you. You go call Babalawo, they no go answer you. The only thing that can answer us now is self-determination. Article 3, indigenous peoples have the right to self-determination. By the virtue of that right, they freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development. Because you're never going to get any cultural development in Nigeria. And if you say I'm lying, okay. At least I told you. So before we go quickly, so relevant states, I don't know what that is all about. They could just bring Oyinbo. Relevant state, they collect 99.47 billion. Maybe those ones that produce the crude oil and where the resources is. I don't know. Gross statutory revenue, that one go back 1.221 trillion. When you hear that word trillion, your bank, how much account anything? How much do you have in your bank account? Check and put it in the comment section. Account, how much do you have? You where you come defend Tinubu, how much is in your bank account? Don't screenshot, just write and put in the comment section. How much is inside your bank account? Bomb bastard. Me, I don't have to have money before I go to hospital. I don't need money before I go to hospital. I don't need money before I call police. Police have the right to investigate any crime. If I call them, they don't investigate that crime, I have the right to sue them and I can get money. You know, this country, we get money. Even America, they get money. You sue people, you get money for the service that they are meant to give you. Total distributed revenue, 1.23 trillion. Trillion. Big money. Excess crude account, 473 billion. Do you know how much Facebook is worth? Look at our excess crude account with all the oil, and this is coming from the AGF office, the one where Tinubu just bring all these criminals that Tinubu knows very well to defend his own crime. You know, Osibajo defended Buhari's crime. Tinubu is defending himself. He can't wait for Shetima because Shetima is another criminal. So they can't. So Tinubu is waiting, you know, to defend his own crime. Put Kekereekun there. Put the people who go cover his track. So when you now backlashing, say, look, we go protest. You know, fearless October. They say, no fearless October. Yeah. If journalists talk, they pick up. Civil society talk, they go pick them. Tinubu doesn't want anybody to criticize his government. You all suffer the consequence of allowing another election. How many are going to vote again in 2027? Jagaban. That Jagaban, no fit come out from their mouth again properly. Jagaban. Jagaban. That's the way they do the UK one. Those ones that sit there, they eat toy from their house. They go, they do like that. 4. They get milk for free. They get fish. They get food. But within Nigeria, say 4 as well. You got 4. You want 4? Jagaban. 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 You think anybody can fix Nigeria? Your father could not fix Nigeria. Your mother worked for how many years? They don't pay their pension? They never pay. Okay. Your governor working on it, don't worry. Imagine that Tinubu is bringing Coca-Cola. 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 Coca-Cola plans to invest $1 billion in its Nigeria operations over the next 5 years, according to the country presidency, after a meeting between President Bola Tinubu and senior executive of the soft drinks maker on Thursday. Coca-Cola. Coca. Benin Republic, they call them Coca. They say, you have to say Coca. So very soon you will be working inside a Coca-Cola factory. Say hallelujah. Dumb bastards. Very soon, you too, you'll be working with Coca-Cola. You'll be distributing Coca-Cola. You'll be their driver. And according to Bismarck, you will live a good life because Tinubu promised us that Nigerian economy will bounce. That is Bismarck. Headline, Business Day. Nigerian economy is on track. It's going to eat 400 billion. So if you die before 2026, don't worry, your family will enjoy Nigeria on your behalf. Don't cry now. Don't cry. You vote for Tinubu 2023. Don't cry. Because Tinubu has not given us love yet. Because he doesn't see reason to give us love. Even water where people they drink, Tinubu has not gone to invest in it. To go and bring people that can invest in bringing good drinkable water. Because most of you are drinking shit or water. They cannot purify the water before you drink it. Some of the water, you put it under telescope, you're going to see worms. You're going to travel, back, left. But I need to go and make my coffee. For somebody like me, if this water is contaminated, Volvic is in trouble. Before this water gets to store, they got to make sure that their factory is working. Mr. Mustafa said, all of our leaders are international TT, ITT, like MK Abiola, another criminal. The Fulani eventually buy him. They didn't give him the room. So Tinubu is doing everything so that they cannot buy him. Because Tinubu doesn't want to die. That's why he's not going to UN. Because I'm sure Tinubu must have been told by Ifa not to travel anymore for now. Because they're going to overthrow his government. Because Babangida and OBJ and Abdul Salam, those criminals, those 3 criminals, they are trying to see how they can overthrow Tinubu's government. So Ifa, I'm sure it's Ifa that told Tinubu that don't go anywhere for now because Tinubu gets his Babalawo. They'll be telling him, don't go anywhere. Send Shetima because they will overthrow this government. Shit, oh country. So imagine a Yoruba man now comes up and say, this one wait Tinubu don't come. So we didn't know that when this guy was crying out some few months ago.
èwo ló tún ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí kí ló tún kọ pure water omi tá fi ń dáná omi tá fi ń dáná kí ló dé gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ìnira ti pọ̀ jù Lagos State yìí kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nígbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ ta pure water láti inú mọ́tò méjì 500 méjì báàgì méjì 500 láti inú mọ́tò àwọn tó máa tún ta kọ́lé lọ.
Shut up. Tinubu was bringing investment of Coca-Cola. You're talking about pure water. Which one is better? We love Coca-Cola than pure water. This man is stupid. Doesn't know what he's talking about. Tinubu was trying to make sure that Coca-Cola is one that we will bring. You don't need to be drinking pure water. Only me can drink bottled water from UK. You don't try to drink bottled water because it's all been infiltrated. Did they upset about me, Abi? Now me say make your parents not take you out of Nigeria. Now me they blame. Don't blame your parents now. My mom now, I cannot blame her. I can only say thank you, mother. Thank you, mommy, for taking me out of Nigeria in 1998. After 3 years, I stayed at home. Since imagine from 1995, all my colleagues, they were all going to university. Hey, Koiki, are you not going to go to university? I said, I'm traveling. Oh, me, I'm now at the Ogun State Polytechnical. Me, I've got admission at Unilai. Me, I got admission at UI. They are all there now. They are struggling. They can't put food in their mouth. Shake the bouncer and it don't affect them. 3 years, I was sitting at home. Three years, I was sitting at home, but I didn't waste my time. I end up attending a computer course. And during that period, I was privileged to learn a little bit about computer. That was how I know more about computer. It was expensive. My mom sent the money. This was in 1996, I guess. It was very close to Igboshere High Court. It's called Robertson Computer College. Expensive, because not everybody can afford it. Computer, as at that time, was just gradually. I didn't even know that what we were using then was old method until I arrived in UK. They were already going into Windows 2000. I arrived UK and they already surpassed Windows 98. They were literally going into Windows 2000. So if you look at me, they'll get upset. You could just die for nothing. Because I will make you suffer the consequence of voting Tinubu in 2023. I will make a jest of every one of you. Because you abuse me as well now. You cost me. Abi? So when this one is shouting, hey, waiting concern pure water, hey, shut up. Tinubu is bringing investment of Coca-Cola $1 billion. You're talking about pure water. Well, what is pure water? Coca-Cola will start producing pure water. Don't worry. Because they know the market. You think all this criminal, organization, they care about whether you live or you die. Not that they don't sell Coca-Cola here, but we have the health care that can take care of us if we overdrink it. Because everything you do, you only do it in a way that it doesn't affect your health. I'm not here to say Coca-Cola is not good. It's entirely up to you to drink it or not. I drink it. That's my own problem. But at least I know that I have a good healthcare system that can manage me if things goes the other way around. So when this one is coming, hey, shut up. Pure water. We are here telling you that Nigeria is not meant for us. But you are there defending it. So whose problem is that? That is your own problem, not mine, not ours. We told you self-determination will give you the right. And that right, you will enjoy it. But you don't want that. You want these criminal politicians to continue to tell you that everything is going and everything is going well, well, well. And today, you are all suffering the consequence of not listening to us. And you go and listen to Bismarck, the one saying that Tinubu government by 2026 will be the biggest in sub-Saharan Africa with $400 billion. How much did you get out of your local government? Because they don't share the money of last month. You don't know that. I show you just now. Money has been shared. So let's go back and listen to this, our brother. I am just trying to explain what self-determination is, using their own system to tell you what it's all about. Because mommy is self-determination. The reason why you don't have development is because we are not in a country. Because any right. You don't have any right in Nigeria. Your right has been taken away from you. So they don't want you to have any right. You don't have any right, and you will not have any right. What right do you need? I'm asking. Or you want right to be questioning Tinubu backlash? Don't you know that Tinubu is going to come after you? He will kill you. Okay, Okoya Folanyo, Oba Ogomokin, good morning. You're looking for right. Which right? None of you will ever get any right. If you like, listen to anybody say you will have a right, but you have to wait. As you are waiting, you are dying slowly. Yesterday we talked about a prophet that was kidnapped in Ikorodu. They are now asking for 30 million. Say the person will not get 1 million for bank account. Bisola, they are looking for money for her because she's got some medical illness. Something that she could just go to the hospital right there and there. They start giving her first-class treatment. They have to come on the social media, not to beg for money, but eventually, people were pitying her. Yeah. That's the kind of money you like to give people. Some of us were here now, we're journalists, we're media organization. We say we need fund. No, we're not going to give you any fund. But if you are sick, we will give you money. Me, I don't need money for sickness. I need money that we're going to use to run this operation of our company. Bisola doesn't need Kunle afford to come and tell us she's sick. Bisola needs to be taken to the hospital in Lagos State where she lives so that they can give her good medical treatment. That's what we need to be hearing. And she doesn't need to expose it. Do you know how many people are going through the same problem like Bisola? You okay? Do you know how many people around the world in a good country that are having the same brain tumor or whatever she has? I have a family friend that she has a kidney problem for the last God knows how many years. What big machines the machine, the dialysis, they put it in the house for her. She does everything herself. They trained her. You have kidney problem. You come on social media. We raise 25 million. You think 25 million can fix kidney problem? Those are things that government have to take care of. So when we sit here talking, and some of you crazy idiots, you tell me to shut up, as if we don't know what we're talking about. I see that one, go for Edo, that guy with the America. I'm sure you know him. He lives in America. He's in Edo right now, campaigning for APC. Crazy guy, really. He has American passport. Can't remember his full name now. I'm sure people in that axis. He comes from America. He wants to say he's also looking for position there so that so that he can buy a proper house in America, so that they can give him position. So in case APC win Edo State, and with all his campaign, and if they don't win, he jump back to America. If you know his name, put it in the comment section. Can't remember his name now. Not sure. So let's listen to this, our young man. I need to go and make my coffee.
Kí ló dé pé gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ìnira ti pọ̀ jù, ìnira pọ̀ jù Lagos City, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Nígbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ ta pure water láti inú mọ́tò méjì 500 méjì báàgì 500 láti inú mọ́tò, àwọn tó bá tún tà kọ́lé ló máa tà. Kí ló dé pé ìnira pọ̀ jù nílé Nàìjíríà, ìnira ti pọ̀ jù. Àtìgbà tí Buhari ti bọ́lẹ̀ báyìí ni Buhari ti gbé lọ́ọ̀fù lọ, ló ti gbé ìfẹ́ lọ. Kò sífẹ̀ẹ́ mọ́, ìnira yìí ti pọ̀ jù, epo wọn àsọ̀rọ̀, gàrí wọn àsọ̀rọ̀, gbogbo nǹkan wọn àsọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé bí ọ̀tà omi dààmú lẹ́tún jẹ́ kó wọ́n omi jọ́sọ̀ omi tọ́lọ́run dà tó ń ṣe pé bóyá pé kínní òun lẹ́tún jẹ́ kó wọ́n. Ibo la ń lọ lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà, ibo la ń lọ báyìí, ibo la ń lọ. Tó bá yẹ gbógun la máa jà tí gbogbo èyí máa fi sọ́ọ̀f, tó bá yẹ gbógun la máa jà tí gbogbo ìyà tí àwọn mẹ̀kúnnù jẹ yìí láti ní jẹ mọ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká kúkú jagun, ẹ tó bá máa kú kó kú, ẹ tó bá máa yè kó yè. Ìnira àtẹ̀yìn ni wọ́n lára yóò ti pọ̀ jù, ẹ̀yin nìkan lè gbádùn. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ kan ṣẹ́ ilé gbé wáyé wọlé síbẹ̀ ni? Why we stop to be like this? Nàìjíríà tí màá ń jẹ Nàìjíríà yóò sùn ìtìjọ́ ló máa tó.
The weight of Nigeria is not the weight that any normal, ordinary human being can carry, except with the help of Almighty Allah. It is evident, therefore, that the Almighty Allah is with our president. He is carrying the weight for him.
There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves. We are not Nigerian. Okay, where is Nigeria? Where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that had been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say, pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria had not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria.
Àtìpọ̀jù obìnrin adúláwọ̀ àgbáyé jẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ àṣà ìdálẹ̀ Yorùbá pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ kan káàkiri àgbáyé láti gbogbo ilẹ̀ Áfíríkà títí dé Europe, Asia, Amẹ́ríkà, Gúúsù Amẹ́ríkà, Australia àti Canada. Àánú àti àfojúsùn wa ní ìmúgbòòrò èdè àti ìmúgbòòrò àṣà tí Yorùbá lákòókè délẹ̀ ní gbogbogbò. A máa ń ṣe ọjọ́ àṣà ìdálẹ̀ àti àṣà Yorùbá tí a pe àkọlé rẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ àdìrẹ àjìgbẹ̀dẹ̀. Ọjọ́ àdìrẹ yìí ó jẹ́ ọjọ́ kan láti ṣe àfihàn nìkan pé àṣà wa ó ti lẹ́wà àti bó ṣe lọ́rọ̀ nígbà gbogbo nínú oúnjẹ, ijó, ìmúra, orin kíkọ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ àfihàn yìí máa ń wáyé lọ́dọọdún tí àtẹ̀jáde wúndíá wáyé ní ìlú Ìbàdàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ní oṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2023. Ó sì jẹ́ àṣeyọrí ńlá. Ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ni yóò gbàlejò ọjọ́ àjàrà tiwantiwa 2024. Èyí yóò wáyé ní ọjọ́ Sátidé ọjọ́ kẹsàn-án oṣù kọkànlá ọdún tí a wà nínú èyí ní gbọ̀ngàn Afẹ́wọ̀rọ̀ Gardens Onis Palace ẹnu ọwá Ilé Ifẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun State.
Tẹ́lẹ̀ ìlú wà pàtàkì wá gbogbo pẹ̀lú ilé-iṣẹ́ ńláńlá fẹ́ máa pọ̀ fẹ́ wá da àwọn wa láti fún wọn láti fún ìdílé àwùjọ kéré èyí náà fẹ́ẹ́ fún ẹ̀sìn tó ti wà lárugẹ.
Fún wa láti gbé àṣà àwọn Yorùbá tiwantiwa lárugẹ nípa ti ìpàtẹ àti ìpolówó ọjà ní ẹ jọ̀wọ́ ẹ pé àwọn ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wa wọ̀nyí. Fún sísanwó ìpàtẹ àti ìpolówó ọjà yín, a lè sanwó sí ilé ìfowópamọ́ wa. Àṣà àwọn Yorùbá tiwantiwa wẹ́ máa bá.
Ṣe ìwé ìlú ìlú Ìbàdàn láti lè ṣe ní ìlú Ọ̀ṣun lóde kí ọdún àìsí wà pẹ̀lú wa ó ní láti ra ìbò ìjẹ́ wẹ́fẹ́ òṣìṣà.
Fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ tún lè kàn sí wa lórí àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ wa lórí afẹ́fẹ́ ayélujára àṣà ọmọ Yorùbá tiwantiwa @gmail.com.
Mo fi àsìkò yìí kí gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá jákèjádò àgbáyé níbikíbi tí a bá wà pé àbúrò àkókò yìí o àwọn fi àsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run
fi ètò àìlérè tiwantiwa de ìlélẹ̀ ní èyí tí a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí í ṣe ní àti ọdún tó kọjá nílùú Ìbàdàn.
ní Àdámàsìgbà mo dẹ̀ tún fi àsìkò yìí pé gbogbo wa pé ká múra kájọ sowọ́pọ̀.
ní ọdún 2024 làwọn á gbé lọ sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun.
lágbára Ọlọ́run ìṣe àṣà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kò ní bàjẹ́ o.
àdéhùn tiwantiwa 2024 wá àlòyìn akíkanjú obìnrin adúláwọ̀ adúláwọ̀ ló jẹ ìlú Modúpẹ́ Ọlá Àṣẹ.
orúkọ mi ò yí padà o èmi ní ìfẹ́ olúwa ìgbòho tí mo jẹ́ organizing secretary.
ọmọ ní Yẹmí Akíndélé.
Orísun wa ò gbọdọ̀ fẹ́ odò tó bá fẹ́ orísun rẹ̀ ni yóò fẹ́ o.
Welcome back again to the program. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI as we continue the discussion this morning. The Saturday, the 21st day of the month of September, coming up to 7 o'clock in the morning. The weather is now bright. Let me open my windows so I can get the fresh air coming through. If you're new to the platform, share the program and invite your friends. Good morning, Mr. Bamidele Aliu. Good morning, Mr. Oyeleso Mustafa. Good morning, Yemi Fatoke. Taufik Kadri. Good morning. Let the poor breed is what we should be telling Tinubu right now. But Riwani says it will take up to 2026 before we start enjoying the dividends of government. Lukman Ismaila. Good morning. Bishop Addition. Those of you on Instagram is going to call and we're going to come back. It's 1 hour every day on that platform. Good morning to those of you on the Mixed LR. Ogumala Biodo, good morning. Happy weekend all the way from Ibadan. Oluyole, good morning. Those of you on the Twitter space, good morning. On the Instagram, Ononuga, good morning. Okoya Folanyo, shout out to you, my brother, and the rest of those of you that will be watching the program later. Enjoy my coffee with me. It's a 3-in-1. I love it that way. It has everything contained: the milk, the sugar. And as we say on this platform, Yoruba Nation is a non-negotiable, and we are continuing the discussion. So let's again remind ourselves that our mother will be buried. I'm talking about Bishop, Barrister Janet Fashakin, doctor, that she passed on last week Friday, a week ago. We pray for the family. We pray for the husband, the children, at this very difficult time. That may their soul rest in peace. And also, as we remind ourselves that all arrangement for the burial is going to happen in New York, where she wished to be buried, not Nigeria, because Nigeria is not a country, okay? So she's not going to be buried in Nigeria. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n wá láti state tí mọ́mí wa náà ti wá ẹ̀kọ́ ara fẹ́ra kò. Mo kí bàbá wa Rich Jinadu, and thank you so much every single one of you that have joined this morning. Danny Adeyemi, good morning. Mr. Bankole Razak, good morning. Mr. Wasiu Taiwo, Olawale Taiwo, Oladimeji Oyeyemi, Kunle Shita, good morning. Then whoever doesn't support the Yoruba Nation, they're not sure what they want. So I'm having my early morning coffee, but this one is different because it comes, we call it 3-in-1. My phone line is open if you want to ask questions. If you have anything to say while the program is going on, you can call in now. I'll allow you to call in. But do not call when I have not asked you to. I will cut you off because one of the brother that called, they don't even give you the phone line. And when you call, the content solo the platform to solo the TVC journalist hangout, they will disconnect your call. Even under the beautiful women in the TVC, they're not going to allow you to speak against the heel of the government. So so don't disturb us when we don't want you to call in. So where should we go again from here? I'm trying to say, we've talked about the Coca-Cola. Tony AJ, shout out to you. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing? Hopefully next year. I don't think I can make it to Belgium this year, but God willing, I will visit Belgium and we can travel together, you know, going into Germany and other areas, and I can do much coverage from there. So where should we go from here? We've talked about, let's come back to our Prime Minister. That is him there in the glasses, like myself. The Prime Minister to no longer accept donation to pay for clothes. Imagine this guy was collecting donation. Like if you're a shop, you know, you can't do that because it's against the law. The Prime Minister has now faced a backlash. I've told you the meaning of backlash. We explained that.
Backlash.
Many of you have the public has a strong public response against something. Tinubu will kill you if you do any jagba in Nigeria right now. He doesn't like anybody to go against his government. He's operating like he's a military man. It's crazy. You forget that he's a civilian, bloody civilian, that we can call his attention, we can talk to him anyhow. We are not in military. That is what is called democracy. We will pull him, we will call him out any day, any time on this platform. If you're not happy with that, you're a bomb bastard. It's called
backlash.
But because many of you don't have a government that is working, and that's the reason why we can no longer I don't want to be in a country where we can't criticize our government and we can't call people to order. I don't want to be part of that country. So what Nigeria, you are going to die loving this politician. I was going to come out yesterday, but as usual, if I'm tired, I'm tired. I can't come out. Already, I was out in the morning. We did 2 hours program. If you have missed my program, you have not getting notification. It's not my problem. It's the problem of the social media doing what they called shadow banning. They don't want me to become popular anymore. So they keep reducing my content. So follow us on all the platforms, especially Twitter, and make sure you subscribe to my Mix LR. You can get notification from that, and then you can come on the YouTube. So you say, Koiki, I've not seen you for a while. Well, it's not my problem. It's the problem of the social media. I don't own it. And that's why every blessed day since the last 3 years, if not 4 years, I've never left my videos online for 48 hours. I download it and I back it up. Because that is my own sweat. That is my own effort. So some of you that are also content creator, you put videos on the social media, it's not yours, okay? They can unplug you, they can take you down anytime, any day. So you must prepare for such. So you have your own material in hand. It's because I don't have a stable studio. What I should be doing is, as I'm doing this program, it should be recording directly into something. So that saves me from downloading all the time. But because I move my studio every now and then, so but it's convenient for me to download. I have a very fast internet. It's not free. I pay for it. It's a service that I enjoy. Many of you will not enjoy even the basic service in that messed up country, and you will die before your time. Continue to say it's not going to happen in Jesus' name. Tolulokpe parent prayed for her. She was killed by the Nigerian government under Buhari because she was fighting and killing the Boko Haram that were killing you, but rather the killer in the barracks. Okay? So, and that is for you that have Olori Kunkun. Now, let's come back to the Prime Minister. So, the Prime Minister has faced a backlash over the past few days for receiving gifts and freebies. Imagine somebody's receiving, as at that time, he was not a Prime Minister, he was just an MP. But we are now criticizing him, backlash. Which Sky News revealed that a total £100,000 since December 2019. For people like us, it's a lot of money. People like them is not a lot of money. So, Sir Keir Starmer, we no longer accept donations in the future to pay for clothes. You two, you are waiting for donation from your criminal politicians so that you can send your children to school. I've shown you that, schools, education is available, support system is there. That is exactly in time fair for you, but you keep saying you don't want that. So you'll suffer the consequence, okay? So if you don't want Yoruba nation, then you must prepare for others as well. So Rachel Reeves and Angela Reiner also announced they will take the same approach moving forward. The decision by the Prime Minister and the Chancellor and the Deputy Prime Minister, Ahmeteta, imagine the Chancellor is the one that does the budget, in case you don't know the meaning of Chancellor. The Prime Minister, Tinubu can do the same thing. How many freebies is Tinubu has received since he became the president? Jagaba. I'm shocked. I hope the car that Tinubu is driving is not a freebie. We can't know all these things because there's no freedom of information. And when I ask now, the Tinubu lover will be upset as if we should not question him. So now because he's a Yoruba man, we shouldn't question him. We should leave him alone. Yeah. But when Buhari was there, we can question Buhari. We can even abuse Buhari. But Tinubu is there. Koiki, don't not so bad now. Tinubu is a Yoruba man. Even some people are still arguing whether he's a true Yoruba man from Iregbeji. So people from that area calling me and say they can't find Tinubu's family house in Iregbeji in Osun State. Only God knows where he came out from. Imagine somebody with so many questions of characters, date of birth, true name, family background. You don't know. Some people say he even went to America with a female passport, all this, God, how we find ourselves. So you want me to be coming here, be talking every day, talk. I become like a talk show, right? No. We must dabaru everything. Dabaru every goddamn thing. But you don't want it to dabaru, but you want to enjoy life. You will die there. Now let me go enjoy life. Because the people that dabaru this place is allowing me to have my access to enjoy it today. You think it was like this before? Yeah, they dabaru everything. If you don't dabaru it, you will die. You will die. So the decision was taken. The Prime Minister has now accepted work clothing donations worth £16,200, multiple pairs of glasses to the value of £2,485, according to the MP Register of Interest. Can we have the same thing in Nigeria? Where Senator will tell us, thank you so much, Chidi. Raphael said, Koiki, you are consistent. I love your purity. Keep the fire burning. Yoruba nation or never. Only the wise can believe the possibility. All hey Biafra and all Ijaw people. Thank you so much, my brother. One love, man. How's the family today? Yeah, that's what they thought. They thought, I remember when they give you money now, you go and shut up your mouth. It's because your life has been miserable. Some of you have never seen money before. Some of you. I said I ran out of Nigeria in 1998. You think it's because of money? No. Because my mommy wants me to have a better future in this country. You don't go university since then. You don't do your masters. You don't do your PhD. What is then? I mean, if you have traveled out of Nigeria with all those qualifications, you just top it up. You're doing very well. You're doing very well. Everybody is now doing. I am a content. I watch a program. One of our beautiful sisters, I think from Edo or whatever, from the south. She's the Aunt Game. Everybody will come on that show. What do you do? I'm a content creator. Everybody's content creator. That's the only thing. Make people laugh. Put boobs out. Do something. Some of those content creators, some of those content you are doing in that messed up country. If you try it in this country, try it here, you end up in the prison. But since that is a lawless country, so can we have access to how many donation all your politicians are receiving? Or you think they don't receive donation? They receive a lot of donation. They call it freebies. They receive donation. But there are one in Nigeria, they don't register it. People give them something for something. So yeah, Senator, we have a package for you. What is the package? Is a car outside. They want something from the senator. So you want us to continue in that contraction like that? Really? Are you serious? We are asking for self-determination. We're talking about self-determination this morning. I've been on self-determination for the last 2 hours of this program. You know, you don't want that. You don't share the program. For this one, they know they talk about human body, sex. Anything you want to listen. That's the only thing selling in Nigeria today. You know, drink something, make your isale, they do jiggy jiggy properly. Mad country. You know those things that some of you are consuming will kill your kidney, and there will be no hospital to accept you in Nigeria. Because you just die, they'll just say, put the body on the outside, put the body over there. You they look me at me. I'm not share our program now. This will not be church service. It's not a church service. It's not a mass service. So you can't share. You are scared to share. They look me. Me too, they look you now. I know you're inside your house. They look me. Say, make I catch this guy. How you go catch me? You won't kidnap me like a Buhari kidnapping Andekano and rendition him back. After the DOS, they sold him off. Don't get angry about me. Get angry about your politician that is not telling you the truth. It's not me. It's not me you should be angry with. I am not problem. Oh, you think I am your problem? I talk about Nigeria, you're upset. Even Britain is happy that I'm talking about Nigeria right now because they're tired of the mess, but they're waiting for us to all dissolve the country, even though not them amalgamate it. You think they're going to amalgamate Nigeria for now? Oh, that's your prayer. Oh, Britain will come and do it. No. I haven't got the time. They have their own problem to deal with. So, let's move swiftly. We were talking about Saudi Arabia earlier. The things I don't forget. I never forget. Let's look at the headline. Saudi Arabia. This is coming from. Okay, let's look at the Guardian newspaper in the UK, not the one in Nigeria. And as usual, they tell me I have read 18 articles this year. Their system knows I'm reading something from them, but I'm not giving them money. When I ask my own people now support me, they'll say I ask money all the time. But I forgot that media needs money to operate. So let's show you this article. Saudi Arabia, your love country. I want to drop this down a little bit. Good morning, all my people. Saturday morning. How are you doing, Mukembe? How you doing, my brother? I asked the question that I was showing you the fake allocation. State government, they collect 422 billion. Local government collect 306 billion. I was now asking that, is it possible for me to set up an alcohol business in Sokoto State? No, Koiki, don't do that now. They are running Sharia. But I thought we are one country. So I cannot set up an alcohol business in Sokoto where we are going to be producing it to, and we'll be distributing from there to other states. No, I can't do that. But you want us to remain one country. Really? Saudi Arabia to allow forced alcohol sales in 72 years. Dividing opinion. In 72 years, they have now decided that alcohol is a good thing and make people they drink more. You right? What do you want? Shop will be open only to non-Muslim diplomats. Some fear it is the first step to wider availability of alcohol in a teetotal kingdom. They will start selling alcohol. I'm sure they've even started already, because this article was 7 months ago. The news that Saudi Arabia will allow its first alcohol shop as citizens and foreigners alike mourning one question: is this a minor policy tweak or a major upheaval? That will go too much. So let's go and look at the meaning of upheaval. Bear with me with my cough this morning. Upheaval.
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 What is the meaning of?
Upheaval.
A violent or sudden change or disruption to something. We must upheaval this shithole country. I think I like that word. We learn a lot this on this platform.
Upheaval.
Uniform Papa Hotel Echo Alpha Victor Alpha Lima.
Upheaval.
A violent or sudden change or disruption to something. We must upheaval the evil that Nigeria has done on our head. Well, you don't want that. You are more worried about the people where they ask for freedom. You are less concerned about the criminals that are operating in Nigeria on your behalf. You are more worried that we want Nigeria to be dissolved. But your life is miserable. So why not let us dissolve it? Because most of your lives are miserable. Very, very miserable. I'm even told that we should stay away from 5G FM. Thank you so much, my brother.
Upheaval.
So now we know the meaning of that word.
Upheaval.
Now, again, what are the meaning of
upheaval?
The civil rights movement marked a period of social upheaval in the U.S. Did you hear that word? The civil rights movement marked a period of social upheaval in the U.S. The emotional upheaval was a period of cultural and social upheaval. The island was created by an upheaval of ocean floor. These are like examples. You don't want that. So you think, say, one miracle will just drop down and will transform Nigeria for you and your life will be better. You are running a business, logistic business, to move from Lagos to Enugu, na wahala. You know, do you know how many companies are operating that the executive is just sleeping? Operation is going, as I speak right now, go on the M25. Trucks moving, boom, 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 boom. The people that own that business knows that everything is working. They don't have to worry, apart from sometimes emergency that might, come up. But you are running an logistic business. Every day you are getting calls from your drivers of criminal police and soldiers and terrorists on the road. Bad road. Some of you will die quicker than your lifespan because you spend more hours in the traffic with all the bad fumes coming out of those nonsense cars with the import from Germany, America, and the UK into that shithole country you call Nigeria. Fumes that comes into your nose. So one day you just sleep, bye. You don't go. They can't say now one woman kill you. They don't know say the amount of time you spend in the traffic with fumes. So you want us to remain one, so that we can love each other. We can unite. No, we don't want to be one together. So let's go back to Saudi Arabia. Sources familiar with preparation for the store disclosed details of the plan on Wednesday as a document circulated indicating just how carefully leaders of the teetotal Gulf Kingdom will manage its operations. Located in the capital diplomat quarter, they will start from small and they will move it to other areas, I'm sure. The store will be accessible only to non-Muslim diplomats, meaning that for the vast majority of the Saudi Arabia 32 million people, nothing will change for now. Look at the population, 32 million. Yoruba people are more than that in Nigeria. Where we can manage, we can identify each other, we can secure our borders. Yoruba people don't want that. They want to live in a miserable life until they die. Me, I don't want you to die and live a miserable life. I want you to survive. That is the reason why we are going to fight for self-determination. Because some of you, your life, you cannot manage it yourself. We have to help you to manage your life. Your life has become miserable. So my job is to make sure that we manage that your life on your behalf. Because you can't manage it yourself. The politicians have destroyed you in and out. So my job is to now make sure that your life that is miserable will help you to bring it back to normal. What a nice coffee. I don't know which part of Africa this coffee came from, whether in Ghana or Nigeria. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. Your first time seeing me, you're like, which one this one is talking about? I'm just going to go on TikTok and see people dancing naked, weary. That's the only thing that you like. We have abused our women. We've turned them as see boys on TikTok telling girls to pull down their bra so that they can give them. Try that nonsense in the UK. You go to prison. Tell a female to undress so that they can give her 20,000 naira. And she will undress. The Yorubas, good at ritual. They'll get angry when they hear that word. Koiki, shut up. Don't call us ritualists. You are ritualists. Cut people's head all over the place. I'm coming to the Igbos one. Those ones are good at drugs. They don't teach Yoruba people how to take drug as well. Just carry Boku drug, take it abroad, and then you can buy, electronics. And they go to Alaba and they become businessmen. And they do fake products. Those ones are good at that. The Igbos are good at that. But the Yorubas, they will cut your head. Continue to say, Koiki, shut up. Most of them in diaspora. While I was about to start a program, I just saw that now. I'm going to give you that news in a minute. Continue to say, Koiki, shut up. But my job is to remind you of what is the language you just read now?
Upheaval.
Upheaval. A violent or sudden change of disruption. That is what we need in Nigeria. We need
upheaval.
So whether you know the meaning now, she want me to give you the meaning one more time. The meaning is a violent or sudden change or disruption of something.
Upheaval.
That is what is going to happen in Nigeria. Everybody knows that is going to be the end game. But we must first continue this beautiful awareness. This lovely campaign. Let it prepare me, because we are going to upheaval Nigeria.
Upheaval.
Very soon. And when I say very soon, it might not be this year, it might not be next year, but we must be prepared. It took Britain and the rest of the world 2 years for the D-Day landing in France to take over and buy as many of those that wanted to take Europe under that Adolf Hitler. So we're going to do the same thing in Nigeria. So we must plan. We must, like OLAYOMI said, we must mobilize. You think America cares about us? They don't care about you. They care about you. They can't give you a visa to just go and visit your friend and say you're going. They know you're not going back anywhere. You go to Japa. And if you can Japa, Japa. But how many of us can Japa? Can I take 60 million Yoruba people out of Nigeria? Is it possible? Can I give 60 million Yoruba people daily bread every day when I'm not the government? So we have to do what?
Upheaval.
We have to upheaval it. Muke Abdullahi. My concern, I think I should, okay, my share later. I better into my fish credit. Sometimes we help my people like that. Not everybody. If you ask me money, I'll tell you I don't have. I have, 25 staff, and I have many people that, sometimes I look at my book, I say, okay, this month. If you like, tell me, say your husband in the hospital, I'll say, good luck. Go and tell Stanwolu, go and tell Dakwabiodun, I am not your governor. Just look at how much, if You can call in. The program is still live if you want to, you know. But I'm not with Abanike mighty pay. So brother, me talk with mo lambast here. I always send the audio. Smooth that go delete it. I don't have time. Look, I'm a very, very tough guy. But when you are doing this kind of things, you got to close your eyes for a lot of things. It's one of those that disturb us all the time. They're about to go live. I'm up with. So he called the other day. I lambasted him straight away. He's sending me audio. Like I said, I don't know anybody. This is a fight that some of you can compromise me. I don't know anybody, and I don't trust anybody. I only trust myself and my wife and my mom. That's it. No, don't say because I'm close to Koiki. No. I don't trust you. Not that some of you will not do that or will do that, but I don't trust anybody. We are fighting something that they can take our lives. So when we come here and we say, don't call, MITP, and you are calling, what are you calling for? You're disturbing the program. We're not joking here. Moke like Bubogana, brother Midada. You think it's easy? If it's easy, put your face out to the world and be shouting, break up Nigeria, and see how many things will come after you. You'll read a lot in my book in the future. God spares our lives. But for now, it is called a movement. And I love what I saw here when I was, let me see if I can bring anything. The civil rights movement marked a period of social upheaval in the US. We're going to do that one day in Nigeria. That was in 1954 to 1968. How many years is that? Taliban calculated. Taliban calculated Abdullah, 1954 to 1968. How many years was that? You think we're going to fight Nigeria within 1 year? No. We will fight it for as much time as we have to upheaval Nigeria. It's going to happen. 1954 to 1968. How many years is that? The civil rights movement was a social movement and a campaign from 1954 to 1968 in the United States to abolish, legalize racial segregation, discrimination, disfranchisement in the country. The movement had its origin in the restructuring era during the 19th century and its modern roots in the 1940s. 14 years. Actually, going to Baba and Olani Waju. And to my father man in here. One bastard will tell me, what is in Lagos? We will upheaval every part of Lagos so that we can build a new Lagos. Lagos that my people are suffering. No basic amenities. So you think that Sanwo-Olu and the rest of this criminal that should be enjoying Lagos. We will upheaval everything down. Let me just be using that English. So that you don't say, this guy is a violent guy. Violent is part of the world. You must be violent. So don't let anybody deceive you. Britain was violent on us. Like I always tell you. They came to our territory, they were violent. We welcomed them, but they end up becoming violent on us. Well, violent no for me anyway for 15 years. You think that they don't know what they are doing. They know that when they gave me the paper 15 years ago, I would have done a lot of things in this country. I had a company that I had to close down during that period because I didn't have the legal right to be in this country. The judge told me to close it down. Well, not close it down, but he questioned it during one of my one of my court case, at the court. I was at the court a couple of times. The judge questioned, why should you have a company when you don't have the legal right to be in this country? One bastard will come and be telling me nonsense. Our immigration must be stopped when we have Yoruba country in the near future. Immigration is not something you joke with. Why do you think the UK government and the rest of the world are, lambasting Africans back to back? But they forgot that they destroyed Africa during the 1884 Berlin Conference. Bastard Nigerians becoming, they don't know their history. Olori Buruku people. Oloshi. Onyara, Onyoshi, Onyebiribe. Isiewu. You don't go better for you now. 1884, all these Onyibo people with their head, share Africa. Now they are mourning that Africans is coming all over their country. They forgot the damage that they did in Africa, from the Congo, the Belgium King Leopold, whatever it's called, that Olori broke away the spirit, no go better for the spirit. They converted Congo to their own territory. Bastard Nigerians, let me pull everybody together. Oloshi people want to save Nigeria for the Oyibo people to be milking us. No go better for you, Papa. Any shoriri. We will upheaval Nigeria when look, Britain knows what I'm talking about. They know that they cannot stop it. They take me out, there's 200 more people that are ready to do the same thing I'm doing. Even more worse than me. It's better we resolve the problem amicably, or we will upheaval Nigeria. Take it to anywhere. No go better for now. Shiri. I really say, go and watch the film called The Root. Then you will know how violent the British were to us. They're not going to know that film. It's called Kunta Kunte. Go and watch Kunta Kunte. You would understand what Arole Oduduwa just said. Kunta Kunte. How many of you have watched it? Okay, my sweetheart. How many of you have watched Kunta Kunte? So, from 1954 to 1968, that was 14 years, right? Yeah, Kunta Kunte. I watched that long time ago when I was in Nigeria. People rise up against those that were oppressing them in America. Said, no, we're not going to agree. You can't bring us here as slaves and tell us to shut up. And as you can see, my account details is being put out there. Is a voluntary donation. Let me bring my screen out. I forgot that I closed my screen. I'm making a note verse. I'm looking at the screen here and I'm only reading the comments. So we always ask for donation. And the reason why is because this platform operates with the public funding. And that means your 50 pounds. Look, I wish I can get somebody that can give us, 20,000 pounds, 30,000 pounds. There are some people that can give us that kind of money, but they don't want to give that money because they're still thinking. I don't know what you're thinking about. I communicated with a printer in Nigeria, and they were telling me it would cost me some 70 naira to make a print. And, by the time we started working it out, it's going to about almost 500,000. Where I just abandoned the whole printing. I said, no, I don't know. We don't have that money yet. So I counted to see 1 naira and money color printing. And you want Yoruba Nation to go everywhere. How is it going to go everywhere when we are not funding it? Because some people will tell you, oh, they're chopping the money. They're chopping the money. When we should be funding this project heavily, if truly we want to go. Look, I'm 3,000 miles away. My job is to wake up the spirit and prepare you for the upheaval that is coming in Nigeria. That many people have seen apart from Adeboye. Only Adeboye never see that Nigeria go end. So I don't know what God is communicating with, because God has spoken in the language to everybody. Even those of us who know be spiritual people. God don't talk to us through, Babakitoye to know that Nigeria is not working. But we expect our spiritual father like Baba Deboye. Yeah, somebody even sent me a message if I have the direct number. So because I'm calling Iyadura every day, so if I have Iyadura's number, I should be giving it to the public. That would be stupid of me. So if I have Baba Deboye's number, I will give it out to no. Akondaru does not mean I will give the numbers even if I have the number. I don't need Iyadura's number. But if I want to get it's not Iyadura is in London right now. I can just go to her church and I'll wait there and I'm at my mommy. And she will see me because she's a very nice woman. And I've done a lot of work for her, both here in the UK and in Nigeria. She's a very lovely woman. But like I always say, she cannot feed every Yoruba people. She can only feed the few within her surroundings. I need a government that feed everybody. I don't need Cocoon Foundation to be feeding you. Why should Cocoon Foundation be feeding our poor women and mothers? So to support Koikimedia, we have a Zelle account. Reach out to me. I have a PayPal. musakalam1@yahoo.com. I have a First Bank account, 3096 80 88 40. Look, people give me 2,000 naira and I'm happy because that 2,000 naira I give to somebody that only buy 100 naira data. So you can see the influence of what they've done to the lives of our people. How can you be buying 100 naira, data? or 100 naira voucher or credit or whatever you guys call it. I know people that buy 100 naira. So when you now buy, some of them, I don't give them the money. I'll credit their number with 2,000 naira. And they're like, wow, you want to credit to 2,000 naira. That is the damage that they've done in that messed up country. And also, I have an operation to run. I am running an organization here. So without funding, I cannot run this organization called Koikimedia. I am not all those your bloggers that come and blog things. No, I don't blog things. We are reporting news. We are talking about news on a daily basis. And we are promoting Yoruba Nation using our platform. And I said, as much as I'll be talking about Yoruba Nation does not mean we're not going to talk about other areas. So we were struggling with the Koikimedia website. So we had to bring another one quickly out. And that one I've refused so far to put advertisement on it. That means I'm even losing revenue. Because any website you go today, you'll be seeing pop-up, pop-up, pop-up. If you go on Koikimedia International News, you will not see any pop-up. I'm sure Tinubu is watching me. It's just that, he's uncomfortable with some of my utterances with him. And that's his own problem, not mine. So, please continue that contribution. Set up your monthly contribution to us. If you have a large amount of money to give us, look, we'll be more than happy to take it, but I don't need politician money. That's all. That's why we come to the public. So some of you don't understand, and it's ethical. And we're happy and grateful that every day some of you are reaching out to us, while some of you that doesn't have, just pray for us so that this platform will not collapse because of funding. Because that's their prayer. Politicians are praying that one day Koikimedia will collapse. Since Tobatilowomo, why do you think they block Igbo's account? The government of Buhari and Yemi Osibajo, the shortman devil, stop Igbo from accessing his money. Money that he was using to do business. Some of the money has been sitting, some of them are sitting there for like only God knows how long. They block all his account. He doesn't have access to the money as we speak right now. It's going to almost 4 years because he cries, say our people are being killed. Whereas Osibajo has access to his own money. Buhari, dead or alive, has access to his own money. So if you have never followed us before, it is important that you subscribe. My YouTube, I don't get money out of it. The only one which is the backup, small donation comes in through it. But the main one that should be giving me revenue, Koikimedia, with about 45,000 followers. Even people will get 1,000 subscribers, they do adverts. All this is to help the people that are doing program, depending on whatever you're doing. I see your churches, they make money on YouTube. There's a church that makes $1 billion, if not more, every month. Oh, because that one is calling God. So me, I'm not calling God. But the one I'm doing is not worth giving money to support it. Every day we see it there. Oh, because I'm not doing miracle here. But the one I'm talking about is more than a miracle. But the miracle we need now is self-determination to exit Nigeria. So we hope that some of you will understand that as you're donating to your religious center, you must also support, media organization. For those of you that are doing it, we are grateful, and we will never be ungrateful for your support. Yeah, I already said the first person Tinubu's personal assistant asked for was you when he met him in London during their campaign. I'm sure Tinubu would love to want me to be in his campaign trail. But Koiki, why not come to us now? But no, we don't want that. I'd rather come to you all than go to Tinubu. I'm sure they know me very well. I'm not surprised. Whoever doesn't know me by now. So let's come back out. This program might go a little bit over 3 hours because when I don't do one day, I give you double dose. And I'm still fit. I slept early last night, so we have a bit of energy. So remember that your contribution, we appreciate it. The more you give us, the more I can explore some other areas to my improvement of my platform and the improvement towards the Yoruba Nation cause. Not that we don't have the YSDM, but I, as an organization, I'm always asking your request to support us where I can see the areas that we can penetrate. Look, more people are now reaching out to me saying, Mr. Koiki, we're going to start our own campaign. We've seen 3 so far, 2 in Lagos. No, the 3rd is in Ibejuleki, which is still in Lagos. I can tell you that 3 different states have reached out to me. They need printing materials, they need this. So, and when they see me out like this every day, they think people are giving me a lot of money to operate, but they don't understand that there's not enough money not to even operate with my staff. I have 25 of them. And imagine, even if I'm giving them 5,000 naira, I have to keep supporting them. We need mobile phones, which is what we used to work with. We need laptops, we need this, we need that. Even if I don't have an office yet in Nigeria, which I don't plan to have, because I know if I have office, DSS will go there and pick everybody up. So what we do is we operate, below the underground, because they don't like what I'm doing. Because whoever is speaking the truth in this crazy government of Tinubu, wicked. Tinubu is even more wicked than Buhari. We thought Buhari was wicked. Tinubu's government is even more wicked. And everybody can confirm that. Abi, I lie. The Tinubu government no wicked you. Okay, if it doesn't wicked you don't wicked my own, because my people are suffering. So we're gonna come out of this and go into. I said I was watching Daily Farotimi on the News Central. The News Central, they're doing very well. We're grateful for the work they're doing. We appreciate some of the medias. We're going to come back to the civil rights movement that took place from 1954 to 1968. That was in the 19th century. If we don't fight for something, nobody's going to come and support your fight. You have to start first before any support can come. So what you're going to watch right now, I'm not, it's not my video. We're just going to use it for the purpose of education this morning on a Saturday, which is still the 21st of September 2024. If you have not, or you don't know about my Mix LR, it's more like what we call a radio, but it's not radio. It's just an audio version that people listen to you, and it saves you a megabyte. You can just download it on your phone. When I go live, you get a notification automatic, and you can plug it. You can be doing other things on your phone, and you can be listening to me, which is what 3 people are doing right now. So find out one later and struggle because people keep saying, "Oh, we can't be watching 3 hours program." That's not my problem. Eh? Money that is it on you. Eh? Okay. So you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to explain to us is that we need everybody to rise up. Eh? We need everybody to rise up to free ourselves from the shackles of what is known as Nigeria. Nigeria, look, nobody hates Tinubu. We love him. I don't pray for his death, but I'm concerned that he might be killed by the people that doesn't want him to be there. They can kill him anytime. I know he's also a Yoruba man that is using the Yoruba tradition to operate. I won't be surprised. He has his own babalawo that will be telling him, do this, don't do this. They cannot poison him because Yoruba would have given him a lot that if they put poison in his food, he can see it. There's, this is not film trickle. If you put poison in his food, he will see it from the plate. I'm sure he has that kind of spiritual power. But what he cannot afford is they can still buy him with other means. So Unama take steps, to prevent anything that can buy him. And he's worried they can overthrow his government. So what he's going to do is he will continue to do everything to make sure that such does not happen. I pray such does not happen. But one thing we got to remember is that Tinubu has a lot of enemies himself. So much enemies. And those enemies are Babangida and Obasanjo. They are his greatest enemy. Those are his greatest enemies that doesn't want him to survive this presidency or whatever they call it. So what we need to be doing is to continue to hit Tinubu hard and remind him that that seat is not forever. Look, even if it does 8 years, and then what happened after 8 years? After 8 years, what do you think should happen? So we must continue to remind Jagaban. MKO poison, though the mic with all his juju, but the juju will not be with MKO because MKO has been in detention by Abacha for a very long time. Tinubu is not in detention. So the reason why they were able to kill or buy MKO was because MKO was detained. He thought his friends in America and Europe would come and rescue him. But that failed because if you go and look at when MKO, Moki Grandma Joke Bodoni, thank you so much, Alan Conde, I just spot you. 1954 to 1968 was 14 years, which is the civil unrest in America. Mr. Johnson Kennedy, good morning. Please share the program and invite others. Mokibubua, Emabino, there's English and Yoruba going into the program. There's not much I can do. Moki Oluwabukumi. Tinubu cannot, they can't kill him with food poison, but they can buy him with other areas. So, but we hope that, he will listen quicker. And it doesn't matter whether you agree with me or not that on Tinubu can only be there for a particular period. He's not a king, Kokin Shoba. He's just the president. He's only a king that will be there until death comes to them. So Tinubu has a limited time that he's working with. And that, excuse me, I think it's just the truth. So Tinubu must understand that even whatever foundation he wants to lay for Nigeria can be destroyed again by these criminal Fulani Northerners. Because Tinubu, let's even forget about Yoruba Nation and Biafra and the rest. We're talking about even Tinubu himself has a very limited time. And what time am I talking about? The time that he will be in government. It's calm down. If he wants to enrich himself, okay. If he wants to support some people against Yoruba people or Nigerians, because the Lebanese will become very strong in Nigeria. I can feel that already. The Chinese, the Europeans, they need the Nigerian market. So they don't want Nigeria to break. But we need to tell them that Nigeria must be divided to multiple countries. So let's listen to Dele Farotimi. I believe this interview was just posted some few hours ago on the News Central. They're doing very well, News Central, and we pray that we will also have the kind of funding. My team back home, they need a lot of resources to operate with. And remember that not that we are not buying those resources, but we're talking about a country where you plug something. Look, even myself, this phone was given to me brand new when I got it. And it didn't even take 1 week. I forgot to put screensaver on it. And I went out, it dropped. I'm still using it, even though I've put screensaver. Now I need to get it fixed before the rally because it will be part of my phones that I'll be using. I have my cameras ready, like I told you. We need more cameras. Yeah? Oh, someone is knocking. Okay, let's quickly do this.
Hello and welcome to NC Exclusive, the one we call the News Central Exclusive Conversation, where we bring you in-depth conversations with thought leaders, change makers, and individuals shaping the future of Nigeria and beyond. My name is Kaide Akintomi, and today we're joined by a man whose voice has consistently championed the call for justice, accountability, and a better Nigeria. He is a lawyer, public speaker, author, and a relentless advocate for social change. He was called to the bar in Nigeria in 1999 and was a prominent voice during the 2023 presidential election, and even after that. Joining me today is Mr. Dele Farutimi. Dele, it's a pleasure to have you on News Central Exclusive.
Thank you very much.
Truly a joy to have you here today. So, there's a lot that I could ask you on this program today, but let's start from where we are today. Nigeria has been described as being in a quandary, in an extremely challenging situation. For the first time, the entire nation seemed to be passing the message across that we're hungry, we're starving, a nation that has the capacity to produce food across every single domain in the country. There's no land in Nigeria that is not arable, even the north. The land is arable.
Lemfi is a trusted app that allows people to send money to countries abroad, such as Nigeria, Ghana.
How do you see the situation we find ourselves? Let's start from there. Share your thoughts with us.
Thank you very much once again for having me. I recall warning stridently in the lead up to the 2023 election cycle, long before I ever met Peter Obi or even began to speak for his presidential campaign. I warned that Buhari had effectively destroyed Nigeria and that we would have to reimagine a new country, and whoever was going to have to lead in 2023 had to be someone who had to be willing to take a walk away from the Buhari ruination, reimagine the country, repurpose its people, and get them to begin to pull in a different direction. I wasn't shy about making clear that only a revolution could save Nigeria. And I was also clear in explaining to all who cared to listen at the time that that revolution needn't be violent, that we could do it using the electoral path. I recall spending time, a lot of time, helping people understand the need to register to vote. Quite a lot of organizations and persons were involved. TV stations, even yourself, I remember, everybody got on the bandwagon. We even bought into the illusion being sold by INEC, Okoye, and Yakubu. We believed that we could trust the electoral system, and the people were energized. People registered to vote in record numbers. You and I know what has transpired since then. It is an open secret that the ballot was grabbed, it was snatched, it was grabbed, but they ran, but apparently they now crashed with it. So when you ask where we are, we're in a place where we already warned before the election that we were heading. It didn't take Tinubu to destroy Nigeria. It took all of us, but Buhari was particularly effective in the ruination of Nigeria. If he had been set the task of destroying Nigeria, he couldn't have done a better job. He weaponized ethnic bigotry, religious bigotry. Corruption is an insult to the English language to call what we witnessed during the years of Buhari corruption. It wasn't corruption. It was the first time in Nigeria where impunity became a governance principle.
I thought people said that was during Jonathan.
No. Please. I recall that in February 2015, a piece that I had written and almost every newspaper house in Nigeria had turned down, it was eventually published by Guardian on Sunday, February 2015. I think it must have been February 15 or something. I can't remember now. And I called it, "Do Not Die in Their War." I made clear, without any apologies to anybody, that Buhari wasn't going to be any change. If anything, it'd be worse. And I called attention to all the characters surrounding Buhari to make it very clear that even if you believe...
We're going to end this program and then I'm going to come back later. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this morning. It's been a fantastic day. Remember that Yoruba Nation is still an ongoing project. Yoruba Nation will continue and we'll be back sometime later on as we continue this conversation. Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Have a very good morning and bye for now.